Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the show today. Very happy to have you here for session 4 of Umbral, our new campaign. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Sorry for the sabbatical. 1 week of it was my fault, which I already told you about. The other one was my wife's fault, and she definitely takes all the blame for that. And I don't care what you guys say. The wife's in charge. Anyway, but happy to be back for the new year. Hopefully, things will be smooth here for a while, and we can bang out a whole bunch of campaigns and get into the world that I'm trying to do. That well, actually, we are trying to develop. Thank you for that. I will give us a quick run up, real quick. But first of all, I do want to check with everyone and see how their New Year's were. So, GOP, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah, mine was pretty decent. I mean, well, I didn't do too much, but just spending some time around family, mostly working though. But that's usual.
Yeah, I did a lot of family stuff too. That's mainly what I was. Everything I did, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. I had to drive a lot. I was driving a lot, and I carried a lot of shit. Shopping.
On your shoulders, like Atlas
No,
carrying the world. But
in the
okay,
hands. Yeah, but you know how it
ah,
is. When you know, maybe you don't. You're not married, are you?
I am not.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't know. You
That's true.
become a mule when you get married. Just understand that. Write it down.
Okay, I'm saving this note for later.
Good. Good. Tower. Happy New Year.
He's
Okay.
AFK.
I can see he is.
He's
So I'll
still
say,
gone.
lady, Happy New Year.
Hey, Chester.
How are
I'm
you?
glad we're back. Well, let's see. My new year, I spent playing Farm Sim online.
Oh, that's not. I
Didn't
love
go
that game.
nowhere. No one called me. So, yeah, my normal life.
Dude, I love Farm Sim though. That is a great game.
Yep. And
So,
I'm trying to work on Mars right now. Someone made a map of Mars.
oh, did they? I haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah.
that. Yeah, the modding
So,
community in there is really good. But
oh,
Thundero
yeah.
laughs at me because I play Farm Simulator. He said
Well,
That's
we need
better
to
than
do a map.
Farmville.
he calls me
We need to
banal,
do.
lady.
Oh,
Hi. You vote
that's harsh.
It is harsh.
OP? That's
It,
bad of you.
it's
And we're
okay.
just trying to search time until Tower gets back, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We are. That's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what we're doing. I'm glad you recognize that, lady. Yeah, I love all those kind of things, though. My wife thinks I'm banal as well, though. But that's all right. Just for my viewing pleasure. Beyond that, I'm a sexy beast.
Does your
Yeah,
wife play any video
Oh,
games, Chester?
not a one. She's the only one in the family. She doesn't play video games. She doesn't watch anime. She isn't big into games, although she will play board games. But my kids are just like me, so she's all alone. She's a jazzerciser. That's what she does. She
Oh,
but you
jazzercises.
like her when she goes
Oh,
jazzercising, just
damn
to
right I
point out.
do. Those yoga
You've
pants are
said more than
banging.
once or twice or a million times.
What? Wait. What is jazzercise?
It's just a lady
what?
Oh
exercise thing,
my
dude.
god.
Bunch of middle-aged ladies out there trying to stay in shape, which I give 100% props to. But yoga pants are a thing, Tower, and you will learn that they are pretty awesome.
I go to the gym, Chester. I'm Nick loving it.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That is good. No, the yoga pants are nice, especially trying to peel them off. Oh no. But anyway, Tower, Happy New Year, dude.
Oh, it's been a happy new year indeed. Had a lot of traveling to do, I tell you.
Mm, so did I, dude. So what did you do?
Well, I went to
You walked.
Kentucky and saw my father.
Nice.
But yeah, it's been a busy last 3 months between vacation, my grandfather, what happened with my grandfather, and then that. So it's been it's been a long 3 months.
Yeah, well, those are the points of learning and interaction in life, dude. It's the way it is. As you get older, everyone dies. Hmm.
Yeah, it happens.
It
One day we won't have
does.
no Chester around, and there'll be
Hmm.
no one to teach us about the old days of D&D.
It's true. But then again, I am a bit like a cockroach, so I might be here forever.
I know
Yeah.
you're immortal. I can see it in your beard.
Yes, it's true. The beard is immortal. But I'm not the only bearded person here. GOP sounds like a beard man. I would put
I
money
have a
on it.
beard, yes.
Yeah, there you go. See,
Yeah.
GOP can tell you, me and him both have immaculate beards.
oh, you have a beard as
It's
well.
I sure do, Chester.
Is it a
Actually,
tight young man cut or is it a long old man wise cut?
how do I word this? Go to general chat, Chester.
Oh, okay.
oh my god.
That's how you word it, huh? Okay.
Yes.
All right. All
I was
right,
gonna
all
say
right.
it's
That's
probably a
that's a
goatee or
young man
something.
cut. That's a young man cut. I have a bit my cut is similarish to that. I have more of an executive cut, but I kind of have to. I can't go. I'm sure GOP looks like Gandalf. I feel so.
No,
Oh,
unfortunately,
dude,
no, because
like I
I
said,
shaved last year,
he
so
looked like a hobbit before he shaved.
yeah.
Don't let
And
him
then
fool you.
it's my beard's bigger than his, but it's still not nearly as big as it
Yeah,
was.
but
Like
I feel like you GOP need to have a beard down to your dick.
I want
It was
to.
close to it. It was very
Sorry,
close to
lady.
it, Chester.
Down to the groin. Is that better, lady?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Chester,
That was about
he had big beard. I tell you what, you'd walk by and you're like, "Damn, man, careful not to get that thing stuck in the door of the truck as you walk by."
I
Like
felt so.
it
I
wasn't
felt
quite that
talking to him
long.
over time. It is interesting with this internet because we don't really see each other. It is interesting. But nevertheless, we do need
thank
to get along.
God.
We don't want to waste too much time. But
Nope.
lady, yes?
I said nope. We don't want to waste much time. Let's
No, we don't.
beep beep beep.
Uh, so here we go. We're going to get into it. So keep in mind, guys, I'm going to be on the other side of it, so I can't see what's going on. Just keep an eye on that chat if you don't mind, in case someone has a question or something. We are here to have
No,
fun,
someone
but
comes
we're
in.
also here to, interact and educate. We're showing off the Cortex system, right? So
Yes.
let's see. What am I going to do? I'll bring that up later, and then I'll bring up this. Okay, here we go. So let me just do a quick recap. Of course, we are in the Cortex Prime. As I said, we're using this system. Now, we're using Cortex Prime particularly because it's the newest iteration. But any of the previous Cortex stuff, which was all Margaret Weeks, right? She
Mhm.
got sick of the shit and she sold everything basically. So this is owned by someone else. However, it is her baby. But this new system, I think it is more refined. I do think they did a good job with it. But nevertheless, we're using the Cortex system, and I think it works pretty well. It's especially for a GM. From a GM's point of view, it's really easy because each of these games that I'm doing, I have to do all the prep and setup as usual. But one of the things, because it's a lot of work being the game master, right? But one of the things that's
Oh,
always
no,
most what was that, Tower?
as I say, I would have never known. Never been a game master.
Well, no,
You're
there's a
telling me
lot of
you got
work
to
because
take
you have
E
to.
and then read a book?
Well, you have to prep everything, right?
I'm joking. Yeah.
But when you're prepping when you're doing your prep, some of the hardest or longest winded stuff is character creation, monsters, NPCs, things like that. And this is probably one of the reasons why 5e is so popular. And since we are on our tabletop gaming night, I will say very definitively, fuck off, WotC. Yeah. Okay.
What
I
Moving
does
on.
that even
agree.
mean? Who is
Everyone
Watsy?
agrees. Fucking WotC, dude.
Hoorah.
Who is
Uh,
that?
that's okay. Don't ask questions. All right.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
need to know now.
uh,
GOP,
Just act
please.
like you know and
Wizards
move
of
on.
the Coast bought TSR many, 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 many moons ago, and we were all very concerned when they bought TSR. TSR is the home company of Dungeons and Dragons, Marvel superhero role playing, tons of stuff, right? And we were concerned, but they said for 5 years we're not going to touch anything, and you know what? They didn't. And then they started touching shit. And fourth edition came out, and everyone left, right? And went over to Paizo, who got left in the absolute draft by them, and they were like, "Fine, we'll just take the 3.0 system, the OGL, which allows you to do this, and create our own Pathfinder system." And they became kings of tabletop. And then when fifth edition finally came out, WotC, Wizards of the Coast, learned their lesson and put out a normal system, which many of us were part of the beta testing. It was a kind of a lame, simple system, but it was very easy for people to come in and join. It was almost like a starter drug in a way. And
User friendly.
user friendly, yeah, but very simplistic. Not really what we old school guys like, and many of us still prefer the 3.5. However, they only came back and became dominant again because of people like Geek and Sundry, Matt Mercer and his critical role, and people like that. And not only did it come back and take over from back its position from Paizo with its Pathfinder, they became bigger than they've ever been because of those content creators. And then WotC decides that, oh, you know that old open gaming license, the OGL, that lets you make third party stuff, freely. We're gonna try to cancel that, and we're gonna make you all pay. Anything you say or do, we get paid for, and we also control. If we don't like your opinion, we don't like your politics, we're gonna cut you out. They tried to do this. Of course, legally they couldn't. And the entire world came crashing down on them, and everyone is bailing on WotC.
Oh
Does
yeah,
that help,
they
Tower?
deserve it.
They do deserve it. That was pretty succinct, I would say. Wouldn't you, GOP?
I agree.
Yeah. That's WotC. There you go, Tower. So fuck
Alrighty.
fuck WotC.
Day,
Yeah,
day,
anyway.
excuse me.
So Cortex Prime we're using here, and we're playing in our created world of Umbral. Don't want to forget Ambergast. I want to remind you of him because he was the guy directly involved in making these guys what they are. So he's kind of this lingering threat in the background. But of course, with our campaign, I'm not going to reiterate everything. But of course, Antoine Berquest, the boss at the Boss and Dove office, sent us out on a mission, and it was for it was right here, local in Boston. And there was a rather influential individual, and his nephew had a problem, old Jack Taylor here. And Jack was really upset, and we went to go help him. He's right in Beacon Hill in Boston, and his girlfriend that he met in college, and they've been together for what, 5 or 6 years, is just missing. Guys came in and they found out that there was stuff going on in the room, and they found information leading them. And they also had to fight a specter. Ooh, specter. But they ended up finding this talisman, and this talisman, after speaking with Dr. O'Hare, was supposed to be at the cathedral in a locked vault, which they keep there. They went and talked to the priest, Father Diaz, of course, and he ended up admitting to them. Of course, we had to go talk to Lady Nim and get everything locked back up properly, but finding out that he had been a bad boy, and he was playing around with not only Lynn and Jillian, and poor little old Jack. He's a naive one, because Lynn here, she's not what he thought. She is a cutthroat, ambitious individual who will do anything, including seducing a priest to get what she wants. And more than likely, little old Jack, the only reason she's with him, we're speculating here, is simply because of who his uncle is. But poor Jack, we'll have to deal with him later. But nevertheless, this led them to 7 Orchard Street, and the individual known as Mr. Pauls. Now, you guys don't know much about him personally, but he is kind of a mover and shaker in the illegal substances, prostitution, things like that in Boston. Not a guy who would fall onto your radar very much, actually. But Jillian here did spill the beans for you, and she's terrified of him. And Lynn would try to talk her into doing business with him, and she chickened out. But Lynn went forward. We went to 7 Orchard Street, and we find that it was a brothel. And in the brothel, we talked to the madam, which I cannot remember her name to save my life. What was her name?
Where is? I have it in my notes. It is, let's see, Madam Bethany.
Madam Bethany. Thank you very much, Madam Bethany. And it's just straight up brothel. And you also find there was a spy invisible in the room. And what was his name? Rudolph?
Gabriel.
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 Gabriel, a little Indian fellow, right? From India, right? Yeah, that guy, Gabriel. But now she is the Gabriel did try to manipulate you guys, failed. He's out in the open. And Madam is like, look, we just run a thing here. We don't want any trouble. They do bring Lynn in, and you guys, even though Gabriel's trying to hide it from you, you guys do realize that this is Lynn, of course, but she is completely gone. Her body is here, but her soul, her consciousness has been completely burned out. And
Oh, wasn't one of them a vampire?
no, that's the
Oh,
lady
that
at
was,
that's a different lady, yeah. But
yeah.
Oh, my bad.
yeah, no problem. I'm just trying to recap anyway. But you find that they're using her body as a rider, because like I've explained before in this world, demons are just people whose soul wasn't strong enough, or whatever they did in life wasn't enough to ascend to the Ador, which is heaven, right? Instead, they fell into the veil. And living in the veil, your second life in the veil. I mean, you're alive. I mean, you do get to have a second life, but it's not pleasant. Nothing is very colorful. Nothing tastes. There's no emotion, no experience, no feeling. It drives some people crazy, and they desperately want to get back into the mortal realm. And this is where demons come from, possession. A rider is a simple way to make that very, very, very easy to do. And more than likely, because you guys have studied for 10 years, they're renting out the body for use. And having it in a brothel is perfect, because one of those sensations that demons are desperate for is sex, because they can't feel an experience in the veil. Sex, drinking, drugs, craziness is because you're feeling something. This is what's important to them. So Lynn messed up somehow, and she is being used as a writer. However, the madam is trying to appease you, trying to say, "Oh, no, no big deal. We're going to help. We'll help you. We're going to work with you." She's not being offensive, although they were trying to trick you with Gabriel. But you all are not. You are not enforcers, you are detectives. However, this is one of the biggest crimes you can commit, because when you burn out someone's soul, there is nothing more evil than to give someone true oblivion, right? Because there's nothing, it's just oblivion. And this is the greatest crime you can commit. So, you guys are talking to the madam. She's trying to appease you. She's trying to work you. Gabriel's terrified, and the husk of Lynn is there. And clearly, somebody's probably riding her or not. You don't know, but she's right there, because Gabriel was trying to make it look like it was her, right? You're in the room. This is the situation. What do you do?
Okay. Can I do a social influence role? I'm gonna try and persuade them so this doesn't turn into a fight, because
Well,
they're gonna
of
have
course
to
you can.
go to the station.
Of course
Yeah,
you are,
like
but she is the madam's clearly in charge, and she is being very, very magnanimous. But go ahead.
I know. I'm just doing this as a precaution because I don't know how this could escalate. So, all right. So let's see. I'm gonna do my one track mouth effect. So that's a 2d12, uh, a d10, a 2d8, and a d6. 2d12,
Add
d10.
assist from me.
All right. Then I'll increase. I'll make that 2d12, 2d10, a d8, and a d6. Okay. So 2d12, 2d10, d8, and a d6. Not the best roll, but not
No
the
ones for
worst.
me. Damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no ones.
However, on my part, because she's not trying to resist, she's actually trying to, smooth it over. She knows this is bad, right? So I'm not going to use the Doom Patrol. Yeah, baby. The Doom Pool.
Patrol.
I'm going to use just a simple straight roll for her.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 12 to my hit, and then a D12 for my effect.
Okay, well, you get a 1.
Yay!
Okay, and
He gets it.
that's gonna give me a hero dice too.
It is. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, that's why we rolled it
So
anyway.
it's my effect, right? So I
Yeah,
would
that's
would
why
it
I
be
rolled
a
second, right? I didn't ask you. This game's
okay?
really simple. If you put
Yeah.
forward a roll, that's you go first, I go second. If I say make
Oh
a
no, I
roll,
mean
I
for
go
my
first.
hero dice would be a D12, right? Because that's the effect I was using, or is it your effect?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
Because I'm not sure.
I'm
Like,
not
am I
sure
gonna add a
either.
D12 or D6?
Mm, I'm not sure. We have to check that roll. Just write down D12/D6 and look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I really don't know on that. But I got to go reread the book again because the Doom Pool, I'm a little bit confused because I think they changed it from the old Prime system, the old Cortex system I was using with Margaret Weiss's Marvel game. But I'll go read it again as well. But just check it. Anyway,
All right.
you succeed, and like I said, she's not really fighting you on it. But of course,
Uh,
she's trying to sweet talk you and stuff. But go ahead.
I go. Jesus. I'm looking over at Lynn, and I'm like, I turn back over to Bethany, and I'm like, I think we both know what this is. It's not exactly the best scenario. Uh, there are a few ways that this could go down. You know, it could escalate. I wouldn't like that. Uh, in that scenario, maybe you win, maybe we do, but yeah, it's not something I want to think about, and it'd be bad either way. There is an option two, which is you come with us down to the station, and we get all this figured out. Forensic people in here. Now, of course, you you're going to be able to, I'm sure, bring your lawyers in, and all that, and be able to resist, and that's your prerogative, not mine. But there's an option three that I could put on the table here, which is if you want to cooperate with us now and tell us what happened, then the Johns, the ones here who didn't weren't involved with any of this stuff, we'll let them get out of here before forensics comes, and we'll keep your girls from any prostitution charges, because I don't want that for them, and I'm sure you don't either. Uh,
She's like,
so I mean,
no, no, uh, I'll cooperate. It wasn't my doing anyway. I had nothing to do with it. I had no choice in the matter. Just as a point of order, though, just out of play, um, keep in mind that your agency would not care one bit about prostitution charges.
I know we wouldn't, but that's what I told her.
Yeah, no, no, I understand. That's fine. And she's like, I had nothing to do with it. It wasn't my fault. Now, keep in mind, there's a troll in the room.
Hmm.
Yeah, and what was his name again? I gave him a fun, cute little name. He was cute.
It was. Let me look it up. I gotta pull up my notes.
I know I was feeding him candy.
It was Mr. Doss. It was Doss.
Mr. Doss. That's right, Mr. Doss. And Mr. Doss is looking over. I smush now? And she's like, no, 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 no. He's like, okay. And she says, yeah, and she's trying to cooperate and talk her way out of it. And she's like, yeah, I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do. It was Mr. Nix. Now,
Oh, oh, I know that name.
yes. And with that, you hear a voice, a disembodied voice, and standing behind Lynn in the door, you see Mr.
Him, of
Pauls, which
course.
you saw a picture of him, so you know what he looks like. You see Mr. Pauls, and he's like, well, 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 loyalties and everything. And he appeared, by the way. Um,
Hmm.
and with that, Madam begins to choke and blood starts pouring out of her eyes, nose, and ears, and she falls over the desk dying. And he's you can see in his hand he's holding some kind of relic or artifact. You're not sure which it is, and it is glowing. And he says, "Let's take this someplace where I can pin this all on you." And then
Okay.
the next thing you guys know, you're back in Jack's apartment. No, excuse me. This is Lynn's apartment. That's right, Lynn's apartment. Lynn's with you, although she's just empty, standing there, literally blank-eyed, just like in the picture. You guys are standing in the room. She's there, and he appears in the room as well. And he's like, "You agency fellows, when are you ever going to learn the world is so much bigger than your narrow, narrow perception? Can't have this though. So, how am I going to blame you for it? I wonder. Well, let's just kill you first." And with that, we're going to have initiative. But with that, that little gem he's holding again glows, and he transforms from Mr. Paul's into
The demon.
Mr. Nix.
All right. Here we go.
Let me do
Fun
that again,
time.
but let me do it on screen here. I had the thing up to Mr. Nix. It's a nice little transition, eh? I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, presentation is fun. Anyway, initiative, bitches.
Does he have like a weird speech impediment because he doesn't have lips?
Yeah, let's say, yeah, we'll say that. Yeah, sure, why not? I just thought it was a cool ass picture, man.
It is a cool picture. So my initiative is 'cause it's a 28. So I've got pretty high initiative.
You tie
I
him,
generally go last.
which means you go first.
Okay.
His fellow aura applies into his initiative as well, so he's got a 28.
Hmm.
I don't remember how to do the initiatives.
Mental, physical, added together plus any bonuses you have. Isn't that right, GOP? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It's mental, physical, and your bonuses. Yeah.
And whatever bonus you might have. Mr. Nix has
Mental,
If you
a
have
fellow
one.
aura, which applies to everything
okay,
he
yeah.
does.
16, yeah, okay.
Hmm.
Wrote that down somewhere.
Okay.
Tower?
He went dead link.
Oh, he's not here anymore. The tower's missing.
Oh my
This is not
god.
good.
We lost the
We
tower.
cannot. We can't fight this guy without a tower.
This guy's the hardest fight you've had so far, without question.
Yeah, and tower is our gun. Like he's our main
Our
shooting.
tank.
Yeah. Uh I'm just the fast talker, but I can't fast talk my way out of this.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess you can
Well,
have him go for now, and then we'll just.
yeah, we'll see. He'll come back in, of course. But you go first anyway.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start shooty. That's going to be my plan, even though my combat's not the best. But so it's a 3d8 and a 2d6. So you roll those. One sec. I'm gonna clear this board. Trying to remember how to. Oh, here we go. That's how I do it. So yeah, 3d8 and 2d6. 2, 3, and d6, and there we go. Come on.
Ones.
No ones.
No one's as good. I'll do the 11 and then a d8 effect.
Okay. And he's going to. I will use what I still have to study the Doom pool, so I'm going to use the Doom pool to bonus myself. I'm just going to roll his standard stuff, which is a D10, a D8, and his demon strength, D12, which is no joke.
Mm.
Damn it, a 1 for you.
Oh,
So
Welcome back.
Thank you.
you win, but I'm going to use my I can't use an effect die. I actually do need to roll more. I should have rolled more. But that's all right. I'm just responding. You win and you get a 1 to deal with the situation or take as a PowerPoint. You back, Tower?
Yeah. I had to deal with money and guns, so I'm back.
Fair enough.
The best things
That
to
always
deal
takes
with.
priority.
I sure did. He came in. I'm like, okay, I have to drop this real quick. Sorry,
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't want to steamroll this Chester, but I have a 50 caliber muzzle loader that my grandfather gave me before he passed,
hmm
and me and a family friend are taking it out to the range tomorrow to shoot it for the first time since the last time my grandpa went hunting with it. I guess.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, old musket, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's only like 30 years old. It's a 50 caliber Hawkins rifle, but
Oh.
Pyrodex 11 percussion cap, about
Well,
100.
back no, back in the 80s and 90s, it was very popular to kind of go back to black powder. There was a lot of people into that. It was quite the thing. So I'm not surprised that they were remaking them in the 80s. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
So he's killed many a deer with it.
Yeah, they work.
can I spend PowerPoint in this scenario and say when he teleported us in, he accidentally teleported his foot at least like partially into the floor, so he has to like
No,
take an
can't
action.
do that.
Out now.
You can't do
Okay, or
that.
slow him down for a
No,
round. Okay.
no.
Can I,
Um,
when you hit him in the head with a chair or something, a ceiling tile falls?
You could say that he teleported himself behind the coffee table.
Can there be hot coffee on the table that spills and hits him?
That's not going to do anything. Okay,
No.
never mind. I'll figure out something, but I'm not going to do it right now. Then.
Okay. So just take the PowerPoint. Anyway, you do hit. What's your damage?
It was what do we say? It was a D8 effect.
A D8? Okay. A D8. Excellent. Then it is, of course, is simultaneous. Is his turn. And let's go ahead and do his roll, and I will add in these two on that roll. So let me do this. So he's got himself his D10, D8, D12, and 2D6 to add to this roll. And he is raises his hand, and his hand glows. He's got that gem in it, right? And he blasts at you with it. Literally, an energy blast comes out and shoots at you.
Who, me or who?
You shot at him. He's
Okay.
shooting back. Okay.
Oh,
So let's see here. I got let's see here. I will yeah, see this is not reading correctly over here.
it's I'm seeing you got a 4, a 5, an 11, a 2. You got to click
Yeah,
on it
I
and it'll
just have
put
to
up
click on it. Yeah, no, I already did that.
Yeah.
Let's see. If I take the 5 and the 6, that's an 11, and I'm going to burn one of these dice.
Mhm.
And I'm going to add the 5 in there as well. So 16. 16.
Ooh, it's nasty.
And it's a D12 effect. So if he hits you, you're going to be on your last leg.
Oof. Okay. Uh, shoot. Let me see. Well, I mean, I'm gonna get hit with the sticks. Well, I can throw my hero dice in there to try and save my butt. Yeah, that'd probably be a smart move.
At the end, yeah.
Um,
At the end, yeah. Roll your
yeah.
standard stuff
Uh,
first. So keep in mind, hero dice are always after the fact.
okay, so for my defense, I'll roll my physical's a D8. And then I've got another D8 for my distinction,
I wonder if
and
I can
then this is
split screen this.
D6.
That would be cooler.
Um,
Split
uh,
screen this like this. We're not going to really be able to see it well, though, are we?
okay. Oh, you know what? Could I have spent a PowerPoint to put out the illusion of myself to like kind of make him not sure where I am?
Oh
if he's
wow!
trying to
If
hit
you
me.
thought about that before, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'll
What a
add that
shame.
after this. I mean,
What a
can't do it
shame.
now, but
What a shame.
after this, I'm gonna do that. So if he tries to hit me,
If
then I'm not gonna
only.
get. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not gonna affect this round, but in the future it will. Okay. Oh, and I could probably add that D6 from move too. So physical. So D8, and 2D6s, and then I'll add one of my hero die.
After the fact.
Right.
Yes. Roll your normal dice first, please.
2D8 and 2D. Oh no, sorry, that was my bad. Clear that. 2D8 and 2D6, and I'll roll that. And it's not great. But you said okay, so I'm going to definitely add that D12
Okay. Roll it.
hero die. Yep, roll the D12.
Ooh.
Oh boy, that's it's not good.
You could burn. What is it? 2 power points to re-roll, I think, or is it 1?
Oh, I don't
Mm.
know, but I'll burn it to reroll. Yeah, because that's 2 is horrible. That's not going to help me at all.
I think it's 2. I got to go read the book again
Okay,
today.
I'll burn 2. 7's better.
Does it help you?
7 plus 7 is 14, and then if I add my what did you do? What did you have to add to get to add the third dice
To
to
a
roll?
PowerPoint.
A PowerPoint. So I'll
Yeah.
spend 3 PowerPoint total,
Okay.
and I will add that. So that'll put me at 18.
So you survive. Sweet. You're because that thing when it went by your face, it blew a hole in the wall behind you to the street.
Okay. And can I also now spend that additional PowerPoints? I'm kind of starting to get a little bit low, but I had like 6, so I got 3 left. So can I spend that additional PowerPoint now to basically put the illusion by myself to where I'm harder to hit, essentially? Like like it's shifting kind of around me
Well,
kind of thing.
that's your special effect ability, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, go ahead. How long does that last the scene? Probably.
I think it's the scene.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
go for it. Yeah, okay, no problem. Let's see, lady, what was your initiative?
16.
16. And Tower, what
I
was your
said I'm
initiative?
last.
My initiative was. Let me get my paper. I'm sorry. My initiative is 18.
Hmm. Go ahead, Tower. You got this ugly SOB sitting in the room. You got a empty shell that is Lynn, a hole in the wall. Well, the wall's gone, literally. It got blown out in the street. And this guy's trying to kill y'all. So what do you got to do?
Whew. Well, I'm gonna hit him with the old 1-2 punch. You know how it is.
Hmm.
Gonna pull out my gun combat. So we're gonna use my headshot. So it's gonna be 2d12, a d10, a d8, and a d6.
Go for it.
Let me pull up the dice again. 2d10, or I think it's a 2d12.
2d12, a d10, a d8, and a d6.
All right. Thank you, GOP, for having better memory than I.
Well, I have your shortcuts on here too. So
Hell yeah. What did I get? 6. Ooh, 11. 2, 2, and a 6.
I
Yep. Well,
would
that's a
recommend.
17. Just as it is, it's 17 with a D12 effect, which is nice.
Yeah,
We're
that's
gonna
not
do,
bad at all.
we're gonna go with that. So I pull it out and I say, "Suck on this,
Wow.
chump."
Uh, he grins as you pull the guns out and start shooting at him, and a glow surrounds him. once again, coming from that gem in his fist. So he's going to resist you with his D10, his D8, his demon strength. Plus, I'm going to add. Let's see, which ones do I want to use? I'll use this one and this one. I'm going through that pool, dude. Alrighty.
Yep, that pool. We've got so many ones. It's great.
Yeah. But this is important.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
nice, 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 nice. So he definitely blocks you, dude.
Oh,
Ooh.
wait.
I see a 1.
Wait,
But
wait, wait,
there
wait.
is a one.
Hey, Chester, can I do this real
Well, there
quick?
is a one, yeah.
I want to use one of my abilities, one of my SFXs. So spend power point to become Heart of Stone and step down your opponent's effect die when they're trying to harm you.
He's
Well,
not
yeah,
trying
but
to
you're not
harm you.
being
You're
harmed.
trying to harm him.
So
But
this is just
Yeah.
blocking.
you're gonna have to spend power points for
Yeah,
this.
I'm spending a PowerPoint as it is to re-roll that one.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, just without the
Damn
one
it.
being. Oh. Okay, well, I was gonna say, even without it though, he rolled a 17 for his hit.
Yeah, but I
So,
burned a PowerPoint into making taking that 8-sider in.
well,
So I have
okay, so
I
it's
have a
16.
17 and you have a 1
Okay, all right, yeah,
to
yeah,
deal
yeah.
with, but I have a
Okay,
17. So,
okay,
yeah.
all right,
So
yeah.
you
I didn't
haven't
hear
beat
you burn
me.
the
You
PowerPoint.
haven't beat me. However, you do have options. What are you going to do?
Me?
Yeah,
You,
you know what you do? You don't do any of those things you were thinking about. What you do is you take one of those many hero dice you have and roll it. And even if it don't roll a 1.
yeah.
Alrighty, then I will take.
I recommend your biggest hero dice you've got on hand,
No,
and
I
I have a
wouldn't. I would
D12.
recommend the smallest one he has on hand.
Yeah, I was about to say I have a
oh,
D.
because you only need one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just don't roll a 1 and you
Okay,
succeed.
okay, I will take a D6 then.
All right.
I'm gonna re-roll a D6. So let me pull back up the. You're gonna hate this because I do all my tracking inside of Discord, Chester.
Hmm.
D6 roll. Don't get a 1. It's a 4.
That's not
That's
a one.
enough.
That's good.
That's enough. All right.
Okay.
So you hit him, and he has and you go ahead and describe because you hit him. You did big damage. He's on his last leg, literally with a D12. So what does it look like?
The bullets go into his arms as far as his left arm. I don't know if it works anymore, but it's bad. In his chest, there's jelly where it used to be. Yeah.
Okay, so the damage effect is in effect, but you also have a 1 to deal with. Might I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Because you successfully hit him so hard, and you have a 1 to deal with, I would suggest the complication you add is he drops the gem.
Yes.
Oh,
That is
clever.
actually because I did so much damage. Could the complication be that I shot his arm off that was
No,
holding the gem?
no, no, no.
Okay.
We won't do that. That would be a kill shot, right? But he does drop the gem though. That would be very beneficial for you. Very beneficial.
Okay.
Extremely beneficial.
Yes, he drops the gem in shock of, oh, you got me. Ow.
As soon as he drops the gem, you see him. He still looks like he does, but he certainly looks more human all of a sudden. And he's screaming and he's cursing. And he's like, "You goddamn interfering, you stupid kids." It's one of those moments. Lady,
Using force construction.
yep.
I'm gonna cover the gem on the floor, keep him from picking it back up.
Ooh, nice move, lady. Nice move.
Very clever.
Do I need to roll anything to do that?
Um, um, I will have you make a roll on my turn.
Okay.
So just
When he
we'll
tries to
delay that
pick it up,
action
if he tries
because
to
he's
pick
going
it
to
up.
try to pick it up. So just
And
let's
it's a
do that.
solid purple collar, so he can't see if it's still there or not.
Well, what have you? We'll deal with that on my
Yeah.
turn, which is back to my
Okay.
turn. But we'll let the player go first. GOP, although
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
simultaneous. So
Okay. So I'm gonna add a. Let me see. What's my gun again? It is 3d8, 2d6, but I get a. He's got a d12 complication on him, right? So
he does.
yeah.
He does have a D12 complication, which you add to your rolls. That's right.
Oh, so 3d6.
Hooked him up.
3d8 and yeah, it's 3d8 and 2d6. Okay, here we go.
Ooh, ones for me. Nice.
Oh.
Is that gonna change the game? Is that gonna change it? I just got 2 dice back. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not good at all. Not this whole roll isn't very good. Shoot. I've got so it's what costs 2 to reroll something, right?
I'm pretty sure. Once again, I need to go back and reread to make sure I'm not doing these little things wrong. But to be honest with you, I would probably just let it go, dude.
Yeah, you're probably right because he's probably going to spend his action just trying to pick up that stupid thing again
It's
the next
exactly what he's
turn.
gonna do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that is going to be a 9 and a D12 effect. So because I can't, I have to hit him with the D12 effect. So
Yep.
otherwise, no point. So yeah, 9.
So this should be pretty easy to. Hopefully, I don't have to add anything to this. D12.
Oh, that's well. You still beat me,
I still
so it
beat you.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, my action. I'm going to pick the thing up. So and he's going to put. Of course, this is essential to him. So that you can see him panicking. He's desperate. He's bleeding. He's in pain. You literally saw him depower when that thing came out of his hand. So he's got to get it. So he just puts all his energy and focus into getting it. And I'm burning the entire pool.
What?
Not...
Fair? One.
Oh, they aren't ones. Damn, that's not good.
Yeah.
No, that's not good.
So let's see here. Well, let's do yeah, I guess I got to do that. I got to do that. So 17 lady D10 effect.
So remember, lady, you add a D12 because he has the
Yep, you do
D12
add a
effect
D12.
on
That's
him.
right.
So plus D12. Let's see. I'm covering, so I'm fighting his resist. I'm resisting him. So
You
that
are.
would be
So what you're going to do is
fight
your
or
ability.
focus.
Well, your ability is mental, so you get your mental dice in there. Plus, you
Mm-hmm.
get whatever description applies. Whichever one, and then you get your power. I would say.
Yeah, and that's the power should be at its base. It's a D6 to add on top. And then yeah, you get the D12, and
And how
probably
many
And the
hero
D12.
points can I spend?
Well, we'll do that after the fact. That is
yeah,
after.
roll your dice.
Roll your
Yeah, roll
dice
your dice more
first. So
now.
roll your
Well,
mental, roll a
D8.
description, roll your powers D6, and then roll a D12 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, remember, add your occult because I think this will be covered under it too. So
That's true. Add your cult. Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah. As we wait, we can see
Oh wow.
Mr. Nix again. That's a great picture, dude. Is that not Mr. Nix? Is it not?
that
So
looks very good.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
like it.
I do
I
like the
wish you would have
theme.
rolled.
Go ahead.
three.
I wish you would have rolled at least one in there, or one in
Yeah, well,
there.
but it's do you guys like the artistic theme I'm going for this? It's different than the last one, right?
Damn. You got
Yeah, no,
one.
it's good.
Okay, well, I get one back. Nice, thank you.
Cool.
And I don't know if this is how I'm supposed to use the Doom pool, but it seems to be the right way. But nevertheless, you're gonna have to roll hero dice. So because
Yeah.
what we got is you got to beat my D10 effect. So
Okay.
is that a D10 or those are D8s? There's a D12. Only
D8.
D12 you have in there is yeah. You gotta level up. But that's all right.
Well,
So you're gonna have to use the D8 for the D12 as your effect. You're gonna have to. So that
Yeah.
gives you an 11. I rolled a 17, was it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17. No,
So,
15. 15 no, 17. 17.
oh,
So you should roll a hero dice in here. So right now you're sitting on an 11. So you need a
Another
7 or
8. Well,
higher.
no,
what kind of hero dice do you have, lady?
I'd roll a couple 7 or higher.
I have
Yeah.
2 8-siders. That's all I have.
Roll them both.
Well,
There
yeah,
you
and
go.
then
There we go.
Nope.
There you go. No, that's what you needed. That's exactly what you needed. Precisely. One over him. The effect day die is D12. So this guy isn't really hurting you, but he's sucking resources like mad, isn't he? Which gives me
Yeah.
it's good information for me. It's not powerful enough to. So I should have put a couple of minions with him, huh? Maybe the
No, that's all
troll.
right.
Oh, I'm happy with how he is right now.
Well, no,
Hey,
because
hey,
sucking
you would
resources
have the
is
troll if we were there at the office.
right. Well,
Uh-huh.
this is just the way I wrote it up. Because
you should.
he's more of a conniver than he is some brutal slasher or something. But however, I'm learning too, right? So this strength level is effective to burn resources, but to not really put a dent. So I will make adjustments.
Well,
Um,
he could have. Like, I mean, honestly, he really could have that first turn. He would have done a D12 effect if I had, done
Right,
the extra
but
step.
then I would need, and then I need to do things before to suck resources earlier. It's all a balance. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a learning process. It's a new system. But because this is a boss fight, so in the normal fights, if you guys breeze through them, it's great. It's energetic. It makes you feel good, successful. But in a boss fight, it needs to be deadly serious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
taking it serious.
it is, but it's you GOP understands what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's an adjustment.
It's
So, but so almost, if I had two minions, standard minions with him, it would have been more effective. Nevertheless, he gets he fails to get his gem back. He's completely open. Go ahead, Tower.
Finish him off.
do it. Remember, you get to add an
Wait,
additional D12
Yes, because he's
Yeah.
on
badly
top
injured.
of everything else.
oh, that was just
Okay,
okay.
He
sounds
doesn't
good.
have his
Well,
fel. He's not working with the fel aura anymore either.
okay. Well, I'm gonna hit him with the old bread and butter. The shot to the head.
You
The
just
lead.
Finish him off.
Yep. Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Okay. 2d12, d10, well, 3d12, right? 3d12, d10, d8, d6.
Jesus, you are a death dealer.
Yeah.
That's just like fuck.
Send him back to hell.
And the dice app is low. Doesn't
Yeah,
want.
And it's because you're on the phone.
There it goes. Okay.
it's kind of slow.
3d12, d10, d8, d6.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet on this side. There we go. All right. So I got another one though.
Oh, yeah. But
Can I wait?
dang.
I can spend a PowerPoint to re-roll that, right?
Yeah, don't
Or
worry
Oh, yeah,
about it
you
though.
can.
You
Yeah.
could. Let's
No.
see
What do
here.
I have to do to re-roll it? What do I have to do to re-roll it?
You spend one PowerPoint if you want, and you can take that one away from him.
You could.
You don't have to
Yes,
spend
I will
two.
do that. I am
Yeah, you
doing
only
that.
spend one.
I don't want you to have it, Chester. I'm spending a PowerPoint. Give it back.
Well, it's two
Okay.
PowerPoints, but okay.
No,
But
it's only one for him because he has luck.
oh, okay. There you go. There you go. But this game, you have like one PowerPoint, two PowerPoint, and three PowerPoint costs
All
for
right.
different things.
Yeah.
All I know is I don't want you to have more than you need.
So re-roll the 6 then. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. And the dice app is loading again. Fuck. There he goes.
Okay, well, we'll see what you
You,
get. As long as it's
it,
not another one.
well, it's because he's working on his phone.
5. It's a 5. I don't have a
Okay.
computer checker.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I
you should fix that.
would recommend Tower. I would recommend you use you combine the 12 and the 9, so that's 21.
Hmm.
And then you do the D12, that's a 3, or it doesn't matter, but 21, and then your effect is a D12.
Yeah, no, I
We're
would
going
do the
with
same. I
that.
don't think he can beat it
We're
anyway.
going,
But
we're going
let me go
with that.
ahead and throw this D8 I have left over here. I don't think I can beat it anyway. But I would suggest Tower buy a Surface Pro. It's a good halfway point between getting a full-on computer and a tablet. You can use it as both, and it was for you. It probably is the perfect purchase. And you don't need like some badass gaming thing. You can get the cheapest model. And the good thing about the Surface Pro with the cheapest model, if you want to upgrade it, you can do it by just buying a chip. Right, if
All
you
right.
later want it to be, so you can get the cheapest one, where I think it's like a $1,100, $1,000, something like that. And if you later want to upgrade it and make the hard drive much bigger, you can just buy a chip. That's one of the good things about Surface Pro. But it's the portability of a tablet, but it also is a full Windows iOS. That probably would be a good
Okay.
solution for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that would. I have to look into that.
But anyway, I fail. All right. So back to this then.
I get a PowerPoint. I mean, I get not a PowerPoint. I get a hero dice.
You?
Oh
Why
wait,
you?
actually,
Tower's the one rolling.
oh no, Tower. I'm not me. Tower. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said I
Yeah.
did.
Tower gets
Tower.
a hero
You get
point.
a D12. Yeah, Tower. You get a D12 hero dice.
Yeah, take that.
Actually. So wait.
It's every 5. It's every 5.
Yeah, every 5. Yeah, every 5. So it's not okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I was adding
So
the 74 for some.
go ahead and describe the finishing of Mr. Nix.
I'm gonna send you back to hell, you son of a bitch. I shoot the gun. 3 bullets penetrate his chest. One goes into his head, splitting his head into 2 separate pieces. One going to the left, one going to the right. His innards become his outards, and a chunk of shit that was once part of him lay on the floor.
Okay, that's very descriptive.
All right. In normal circumstances, he would be dead, right? But he's still
Wait a minute.
yammering on the floor. And he's like, he's not speaking coherently because his head is so messed up, but he's not dead. He's incapacitated, but he's not dead. Lady, that gem which you have your force field surrounding, um, that thing is shaking and desperate to get away. It has no power to do so, but it wants to. What do you guys do?
Like, is it trying to get back to him?
Yep. He's kind of
Um,
writhing on the floor with what can writhe. Certain muscles are disconnected, so they're not working. His mouth he's trying to speak, but he's too much damaged for him to be able to make anything but gurgling noises. But he is still alive. And that
Yeah,
gem, now you
I'm
guys don't know this. Lady knows that gem is desperately trying to pull away. It just has no power to do so.
it's trying to pull away from her,
From you. Yeah,
right?
from you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
um,
tell them the Jim is trying to go back to him. I'll
I,
hang on to it as best I can.
It has no power to get
get
away from you, actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take him out of here. I'm gonna I I put the handcuffs on what is left of his hands. His hands are probably still there, but
Yeah, his hands are
I
fine.
put
Yeah,
the handcuffs
his
on
chest and
him.
head are messed up.
Yeah, you have the right to remain silent. Not like it really matters at this point. And I'm gonna start. I guess I'm gonna start pulling him to the vehicle so we can go take him to the station. And I'm
Well,
like,
you do have.
and
Well,
I'm
no,
like,
that's right. You're right. You're right. You're right. So you and Tower are helping getting him out of here. Lady, you're securing the gem, which you
Yes.
already have, but you're securing it. And as these two guys are getting Mr. Nick's writhing body out to the vehicle as stealthily as possible, there is one further problem. Although all the blood and body parts that are
Because
kind of
she's here.
looted. You have Lynn. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's standing dead. You know her. You know the situation. There is no Lynn. This is just the
All right.
human vessel.
How did we? Okay, he poured her here beforehand.
He
Okay.
brought her here
Yeah.
One,
because he said he was going to try to make it. He was going to try to make you look guilty of something. Is what he suggested.
right.
Let's
Once I got it, the gym secure
Yep.
and put away safely, I'll see if I can see if she'll come with me and let me guide her.
Oh yeah.
She
No
doesn't. I'll
problem.
just throw her over my shoulder and take her with
yeah.
me.
Now,
And I'm
Okay.
hold on a second, GOP.
yeah.
Now, Lady is the most occult of you, right?
I
Howard.
don't
What is
know. I
your
thought
occult, Lady? What is your occult?
I know I raised it to 6,
You
a
raised it
D6.
to 6. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Tower, what's your occult?
My occult is it's pretty high. I think it's a D10, but let me get you a legit number.
Your cult is only the 8.
8.
An
Yeah,
8. And what
D8.
about you, GOP?
Mine's only a D6. Oh no, actually, mine might be a D8 now. I think I upgraded it.
Yeah, okay.
Um, did I upgrade?
Well,
No,
that's
it's only a
okay.
D6. So
That's okay. But yeah, no, she goes wherever you lead her. It's literally an empty shell. You don't know much
and
about
once
this magic. You don't know much. You guys aren't really high in the occult. Tower has the best, and he probably would know a little bit about these. But you need to get up in the D10 and D12s to master these level of magic, right? But nevertheless, it
Mhm.
doesn't matter. What are you going to do with her?
we should
How
probably
big is
take her with us,
how
and
big
then
is our vehicle?
I'm
It's one of
sure
those Escalade type of things. So
And where are they putting the bad guy?
in the
in
back, I
the
would assume.
back.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll drive and put her in the front seat with me as far away from him as possible, and let the other guys sit in the middle
mm,
seat.
Deal with Mr. Nix in case, right? Okay,
Yeah.
GOP, what were you going to say?
and I'm gonna phone in and let it, let HQ
Well,
like while we're doing all this.
we've been on
I'll
the
make
phone all this time because I was recording that meeting that we were
Yeah,
having.
yeah, but he's just calling. I get what he's doing. Yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. We
So
know you're recording. We know that. Um, well, no, that's good. That's your thing.
mhm. But yeah, so I'll call in. We need forensics teams. And like basically let them know about what happened with the madam and all that
Right.
stuff. So
Sure.
yeah,
And of course, mission control is dealing with that. Of course, when you go back, the entrance and egress of ingress and egress of this of Dove headquarters is usually through mission control. So you guys go back there. Of course, um, many of the techies here, because there's a bunch of techies that do research or for dispatch, run the portal system. And of course, you got Lady Nim sitting back in her little throne sofa, just kind of watching it emotionlessly as usual. She just seems to always be there most of the time. Nevertheless, you guys come in. Immediately, some of the techies, of course, you've already notified them, but you hear them kind of whispering, "It's Mr. Nix, Mr. Nix, Mr. Nix," right? And many of them
That they were
this guy seems to be pretty well known amongst these guys. You guys know who he is, but you're new, right? But nevertheless, Lady Ninma, she clears her throat. The room goes dead silent. She says, with the incomplete lack of emotion as usual, "Good job." Then everything goes back to normal. And several of the techies stand up and clap. A couple go over there and pat you on your back, shake your hand. Of course, security personnel come up to take Mr. Nix away. And as you guys, all this fervor is going on and everyone's so happy, you notice Lady Nim is all of a sudden just standing behind you, right? And she puts her hand out to you, Mavis.
since I was guiding the girl by the hand, I put the girl's hand in it.
Well,
She looks at
I
you
know what she
sideways
wants.
and she says,
I know what she
"Give
wants.
me
Uh,
the gem."
I gotta pull it out because I got it in a little security box type of thing. Yeah. And then it's in a evidence bag, already marked and photographed and everything like that.
Okay, well, good. I know you do like that. So, and of course, you guys go to deal with the techies and get all your information. And of course, there's reports to file as usual, which is kind of downtime stuff. She takes it and she puts it in her pocket. And then since you did give the hand of her, she does kind of look at the girl, and you notice she does something, and she kind of looks the girl up and down, and all of a sudden, Lady Nim's body goes completely stiff. And Lynn starts kind of moving around, sensually moving her hips back and forth, just kind of, feeling her body, checking herself, left and right. The room goes dead silent again.
Yeah, I go, Lady Nim, is that actually legal for you to do that? Are you investigating it?
Turn over to Mavis and like, maybe we shouldn't be questioning these sort of things at the moment.
Lady Nim looks over you and she smiles. She says, uh, "Investigation, of course."
Of course.
She chuckles to herself, and she goes back over to her body and touches it, and the reversal happens. So a little bit of information. Lady Nim might not be what you think she is. Then the room goes back to normal. But over the next 3 days, you guys get lots of congratulations. Actually, you go and you talk to Dr. O'Hare, of course, who calls for you, and he wants to thank you personally for helping out the father, and they're going to work with Father Diaz because we here at Dove don't believe that. Single dalliances need to be the end of a career. They're going to work with him. And it's very important that relics and artifacts both be treated with great respect. He gives you commendation for your great effort in bringing Mr. Nix. He's been quite the trouble for a long time. He is an artifact and relic seller. And very troublesome fellow. Thank you very much. And he personally thanks you, and assures you that all relics and artifacts shall be properly maintained. You go in and you do talk to Mr. Burquest, the boss here. And he says you guys are doing a good job. That was great bringing in Mr. Nix. A little bit of luck there. We didn't know he was operating as Mr. Paul's, but that's a nice catch. He's been on the list for 100 years or more. So really, really good job. And he says, take a break, enjoy yourself. You guys, over the next 3 days, nothing is asked of you. Maybe you spend time at the Old Tail, which is, the officially sponsored agency
Yeah.
tavern. Have a chat with Madeline, maybe. Or some of the people there, or go to something a little bit more free over at Franklin's, where it's run by the vampire Penelope. This is your vampire tower, by the way. But Franklin's is
All right.
where all the Umbral people hang out in Boston. It's like it's the big hangout for people. It's not officially connected or controlled by Dove whatsoever. But things go pretty normal. So in these ensuing 3 days, do you guys have anything you would like to do with your characters, or anything you want to accomplish or start, or what have you?
Uh, I think I mean, there's not really much for my character to do. I don't think at
Oh,
the
you
moment. Like
guys,
he's
you
okay.
guys get 4 experience points each, by the way. Sorry.
Okay, all right. Well, that I can do something with 4 XP. All right, let me go add these.
Yeah, me too. I can
So
figure it out.
yeah, I'll just have to bring the book back up and look at it again.
Oh,
Text Prime.
do you remember?
But you
Pay
might want
attention.
to. And there might be something socially you want to do. You know what I mean? The role playing shit.
Uh,
Yeah,
um, when people ask me, I tell them, it was the guys. All I did was cover a gym up. I give them all the credit.
Oh, that's nice, but everyone still thinks it's pretty cool because you got to understand in your agency because you had 10 years of training, you've seen other places and stuff like that. You spent quite a bit of time. Actually, most of that time was spent in bastions. Now, bastions are umbral pocket dimensions, right? That are created by very powerful magical individuals or groups more often. You spent a lot of time in umbral bastions doing your training and studying and stuff like that. But here at the Boston Dove headquarters, most of the people are just techies, right? They're human, right? You got Mr. Soames, of course, who you met. He's a human. All those techies are human. You don't know about Mr. Burquest. You know that Lady Nim is certainly not human, right? Dr. O'Hare seems very human. Yeah, Nimma. I guess I was calling her Lady Nimma.
Did we have to deal with the boy that reported her missing to begin with?
Well, now, of course, the agency. This is not outreach. Is not your job. There is an outreach
Okay.
department, which is, as far as you know, all
Oh,
humans dealing with that. You could make contact with them if you want to try, but that's not really your
no,
job.
no.
I increased my occult to
hmm
D8 now. So
But good, good, good. But keep in
How many
mind there
points
are
is that?
sections of this big old 19th century warehouse you guys work out of. There are sections of it you probably haven't even been to because most of it's just administration and like I said, outreach, and there's an enforcement branch as well, which you might not know much about because you're not part of it. You guys have your area, and of course the boss's headquarters, the sanctum, with Dr. O'Hara, and of course your lodgings if you use them. You don't have to. You can have your own apartment. So there are chunks of this place you haven't even seen yet, lady.
Oh, sure. Go explore. Dang it! I shut the book down. Dag
yeah,
nabbit.
since I
So
increased my occult,
how many points did it to increase your did it take?
5 points to so there's a thing on here for unlockables. It's under if you go to milestones in the book
hmm
and you go down like a page.
I already shut
Uh,
the book down by
all
accident.
right, well, all right. You how much XP do you have on hand right
It's
now?
a D6. I got 11 points.
Oh
11
shit.
points.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you should. Okay,
you should
so
spend
if you
them.
want to spend
How many XP points do you have, lady?
How many XP do you
11,
have, Tower?
yeah, you should.
17.
Oh
No, you don't have
Jesus.
17 tower. There's no
I
way. Like
Yeah. From everything, we haven't fucked with it.
I thought
I
we
haven't-
I thought we
No,
increased your
You
stuff
all those 12
no, we did
periodically
points.
not.
because
You
I
must
only have
have.
you as
There's no way you have those two details and things like that without adjustment. There's no way.
yeah,
Exactly.
some of this. I know we adjusted at least some stuff of yours. Like I know the increasing like the D what is it the occult on yours from like a D6 to a D8. Uh, that's like that has got to be like that was one thing in and of itself.
Yeah, just
So
work it
I
out
don't.
later. Work it out later.
Yeah, we'll
Um, uh,
figure it out. We'll figure it
you
out.
need to figure it
What
out
we
because
got.
there's no way. You've definitely burned experience points, Tower. So 5 experience points for her to up herself to to a D8 occult.
D, D8, yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
good spend
So,
because you guys are detectives, right?
but
Right.
yeah, but there is some good stuff to do. Like, if you've got something that's a D8, you can increase it to a D10 too.
hmm That's
So,
true.
like, you might want to increase like, let's see, like your basic like abilities or your distinctions.
Yeah, no, her
You know,
power, her TK power. That's a D6 right now. Upping that to a D8 would be very useful.
My TK power.
Your force
Oh,
construct.
you mean
Yeah, that's
yeah.
okay.
telekinesis, right?
Yeah, it's more like the Green Lantern type of thing. But yeah.
Well, you could. I mean, you really only have to spend 5 XP to increase that to a D8.
Yeah. That's not bad. That's a
Well,
good idea.
and then
Oh,
you can, if you have something that's like a D6, you can increase that to a D8 as like another thing, like any sort of your regular
I'm
things.
gonna end up with the 1 power, 1 point left.
Yeah, so I
Increase
say
the occult and the construct.
okay. Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
work.
Construct
that'll
comes
work.
off of mental, right?
Yeah, those are off mental. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it'd be a D8, not a D6.
No, no,
No,
no.
no,
They
no, no,
start
no.
as a D6. They start as a D6. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
They're a
Alright.
So
separate
those,
issue. It's a separate issue. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, that sounds
yeah,
good.
you're
So you get a D8 in your construct and a D8 in your occult. That's great. That's
yeah,
great.
Mm.
that'll
Yeah.
work really well. Yeah.
Yeah, and then once again, that's my fault because I did say it, but I didn't stress. You guys are detectives. Occult is one of your most important things. It's my fault. I take full responsibility. So, but it's all right. We're starting to get to where we need to be, and it's
Well,
a yeah.
we're
Go ahead.
all at D8 now. So with
Yeah,
the
no, no,
cults, so
and
that's
we're
not
learning the new system too. What do you guys think of this system? It's smooth, yeah.
Yeah,
Smoother than
bad.
I
the other
agree
one.
with that statement.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to be starting a new campaign today. So I get my two six-siders for my refills for my Doom pool. Uh, and it is interesting because in the beginning I was like, I only get two six-siders, 2d6 from my starting Doom. Is that going to be effective? Boy, is it! You guys roll a lot of ones. It's very handy.
Yeah, we
Well,
do.
everyone rolls ones through this app, a lot of ones through this app.
It's true. But
So
it does happen. But anyway,
yeah.
you guys are leveling it up. You're exploring. Lady is checking out the place. Tower, is there anything specific you want to do during these 3 days of downtime? Because it's complete downtime.
Uh, I want to. I should probably go to a gun store and clean my guns and get some ammo.
Sure, no problem.
Wow.
You
So
probably go
they will
to.
provide.
This is an area of the headquarters you probably do know because they have in the enforcement side they have equipment racks and technicians and stuff like that. So you go over there and get yourself refilled and set up, which of course is free of charge. Although you guys all do have an income. Um, anything from you, GOP?
Well, like I said, I would probably hang out with Doctor O'Hare just as like an excuse to increase my
Hmm.
and socializing around the office, so
Sure.
making friends with people, and because that's what my character does.
That's a good
Uh,
point. Matter of fact, write down, and contacts
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dr. O'Hare.
All right.
And he's quirky. He's a bit of the harebrained in a way, but he is a very nice fellow, and he's very very serious about his job. So, but nevertheless, you actually were given a week off, but 3 days because something happens.
Mm.
Alrighty, so let me get myself set up, and we'll go.
Yeah, because
Uh,
the demons always come back.
They do. They do. Now, you are given a little update that Mr. In the fact that on the second day, Mr. Dick Nix is still alive because there's some kind of Dr. O'Hare tells you that he has a direct connection to that gem, but he has been shipped out, and you might have even gone and witnessed it if you like, and he's been shipped out to the facility, which is called Black Tower. Black Tower is an umbral bastion. It is you've been to it before. You went on a little field trip, and it's a prison. But even though it has very archaic name, it's ultra modern. Matter of fact, it might be some of the highest tech you've ever seen, lady. It's super modernized.
Wow.
It's not some archaic magical prison like Azkaban or something like that. It's
I
super
I
modern.
do bring up the subject of he's gonna seek revenge if he ever gets out of here. How would I protect myself? Or ask someone who might know.
Mm.
Well, I mean, It is what it is. You guys defeated him once already. You do get a little more information in the past 3 days about Mr. Nix. He's much more of a conniver. He's a weapons dealer, really. I mean, he's selling artifacts and relics to the magical world. He if you want it, he can get it. He's that kind of guy. He's not
Okay.
this super crazy powerful guy that brings death to everything. It's not really what he is. He's an evil son of a bitch, but he's a con man. He's a snake oil salesman, right? But nevertheless, you guys are going about your week off, and tell me where you all are. It is a Saturday. It is 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Where are you?
2 p.m.
Well, I guess I don't know. Because I mean, 2 p.m. is probably a bit early to be hanging out at the bar. So I guess I was still, learning stuff from O'Hare.
So,
So
so
probably
you're at the Sanctum. All right, cool. Tower,
I'm at
where
the.
are you?
I am. Fuck, I don't know where I'm at. Probably the bar.
So downstairs. Okay, downstairs.
Okay,
You're
I'm
in the
gonna
old
walk
tail.
down.
I'm
All
Okay.
sure
right.
there's a swimming pool at Sanctrums. That's what I'm doing,
I'm
swimming.
sorry, lady, I couldn't hear that. Say it again.
I'm pretty sure there's a swimming pool at Sancrum. That's what I'm doing.
I mean, at the headquarters,
Working
is
at.
there a swimming pool? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a spa. There's a spa, and it's an attached building they picked up a couple decades ago, but it's got a gym
Okay.
and saunas and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so you're over there. All right, so you
Okay.
guys are all in the headquarters, or basically in the headquarters. All right, that's handy. Um, you guys all, of course, have modern smartphones, and the one of you who is in the headquarters proper. Well, lady too, because that's part of it. You're in the bar, so it doesn't go off at the bar. But your phone tower goes off, and it's this flashing red alert on your phone. You, lady, and GOP, same thing happens, but you're in the headquarters. Whoop 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 whoop. Red alert! Red alert! Red alert! Stations, report, report, report. Whoop 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 is going off, and Dr. O'Hare is like, "Oh, we need to go," and he rushes out, looking behind him to see if you're following. Lady, you're in the water. Everybody who's in
Yeah.
there immediately leaves and starts running toward the headquarters center. What do you do, guys?
I follow O'Hare because I
Okay,
don't know what's going
lady, no, you've never experienced this before.
Grabbing my cell phone, still in my itty bitty little bikini,
Mm-hmm.
and running toward the headquarters,
Okay,
barefooted and wear that. Yeah.
Tower.
I take a shot of the bourbon that I was drinking, finish it up, and then head towards where everyone else was going.
Excellent.
Watch us all die now.
And as you're doing that, you probably were, because it is early, you're probably the only person in there. You were chatting with Madeline, and she kind of gives you a wink and she says, "Good luck." You notice that anytime you go to the old tail, by the way, guys, Madeline is always there. Doesn't matter time of day, she's always there. However, you come into the mission control, and which is kind of the heartbeat of this place, right? You guys come in mission control, and of course, sitting in the back is Lady Ninma, and she's we'll just call her Nim for short. How about that? Because it sounds cooler. But anyway, Lady Ninma's sitting in the back, as emotionless as ever, just kind of watching as things go along. Everyone has showed up. Matter of fact, people you don't even know. Tower, you see some of the bosses over Enforcement Division because you know some of them, because you go over there to take care of your weapons, right? And you spend
Yeah.
time there. Where these guys just go and kind of do. They don't really interact. You do. You see, of course, Dr. O'Hare is here with you, GOP. You see people you haven't ever seen in Mission Control before. They're just if the place is packed full, everyone is standing and waiting and walking into the room as the alert goes off. Is still going off is Mr. Burquest. He waves his hand without saying a word. A techie hits a button and the alarm goes off. He looks around the room. He's like, "Good. we have a problem. There has been an incursion. Now, you guys have studied about this. You've never experienced one, of course, but an incursion is when a group of demons try to make a big push to either open gateways to a lot of to make it a lot easier for them to possess bodies or what have you to flood into the world. It's basically a way for demons to come in force. It's obviously a major problem. You've read about some of the big ones in the past, but an incursion is serious business. It's in your textbooks that you studied, right? And Berquist continues says, worse than just an incursion, it's in New York.
Oh,
It's been
that's
a
not too bad.
It's been a long time since there's been an incursion in a major city. It's a dangerous thing for them to try. They usually try to do it in countryside, rural areas where it's easier to be successful. In a city, especially New York, that has multiple Dove agencies and is highly scrutinized. It's incredibly risky maneuver. However, not only is an incursion ongoing in New York right now, they are overwhelmed, desperately overwhelmed. We must help. And you see several kind of chattering going on in the room because New York is, as far as the America is concerned, that is a major stronghold, Dove stronghold, right? New York is seriously overpowered, but they're overwhelmed. Wow. Even Lady Ninma kind of turns her head to the side and seems interested. Once again, she's still sitting on her sofa. Anyway, he says, we're going to offer all the support we can. Right now, we're going to put everything on hold we can do. You guys give your focus to dispatching. We got to get our portals set up, and people immediately start moving around. And he's just barking orders. Well, he's not a barker. He's giving orders to everybody, and they're immediately moving into action. Everyone's very, very serious. And he walks up to you three. He says, look, I know you're new, but you guys are doing a really good job. And our other teams that we have that would be, more veteran, let's say, to send in on this situation are engaged, and we can't pull them. Now, you guys know there's at least three other teams. You guys are the new team, right? There's at least three other teams. You've heard rumors of a fourth, but you've never seen them, and you've probably met one or two of the members of the other team, or at least seen them in passing. They do. This is their center, right? Their headquarters. Although you haven't had time to really befriend anyone, right? But he says that this is very, very, very serious. A demon incursion is extremely dangerous, and they seem to be coming with a level of force that we have not seen in 1,000 years. We don't know what's going on. We don't have a lot of information. There are stations all throughout New York that aren't even responding. We're not sure what's going on. The city itself is reporting a crime wave that is kicked off this afternoon, starting at 11:30 a.m. But the humans don't seem to be, or he would say the mundanes. The mundanes don't seem to be completely aware of what's happening yet. But it's very, very serious. And I'm gonna have to ask you go and lend a hand. There's no choice in the matter.
Can I have an idea, boss.
Do you?
We could end this right now in the cleanest way possible.
Yes.
We just nuke the entire city,
Okay.
and then there will be no
Okay.
issue.
Okay. GOP, you
I
need to
put
take
my
this.
hand over his mouth and I'm like, "Yeah, we're on board, boss. We'll go deal with the
Of
problem.
course,
Don't
I
worry."
Gib slap the dude.
He kind of looks at you. He's like, please take this seriously and don't die. That's an order.
That's
I'm not allowed to die. Oh
yeah.
shit!
Oh my god.
But
Uh,
Okay.
nevertheless, he calls over to a techie. He says, "You got 5 minutes to get your shit." He actually swore. You irritated him, Tower.
Thank you.
Good
Hell
job,
yeah,
Tower.
us Brits are good at that. We irritate everyone. I'm
I
playing my
forget you're
character.
Well,
British.
you
You
have
don't sound
good
it.
armor for I
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
wear.
you don't. You gotta try your British accent. You
I
know,
drink too much coffee for that
Yeah.
British blood
Speaking of
shit.
coffee, I need to make some. But I'm going to put my water on boil real quick. But why don't you, whilst you're doing that, gathering your stuff, and I'm putting the hot water on, why don't you remind the listeners of what your character's name are and where you're from?
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
Dave. Dave, you still there, right?
I'm British. I like books. My family knows the magic. Ta-da.
that's a way to put it. Indeed. I'm an ex mafia guy. That's my character's background, and he he ended up getting in over his head, and kind of left that life behind, and now he's doing this. But he's got a lot of knowledge on like criminal enterprises and all that stuff. You know, so that's kind of where my guy's coming from. Uh, lady.
My character is named Mavis Ann Xikexiki. Call me Max for short. I was abducted when I was 9 and then tried to be sacrificed, but we were saved. Originally from South Texas, but I came to live with my grandmother after my parents died in an apartment fire. My grandmother was retired Reverend Jeannie Stewart, a real person, the first woman president of the Baptist Foreign Mission Society. I lived on her estate in Moosehead, Maine.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, my character's from Chicago. I don't think I
Chicago.
said that.
Yeah.
All right, very nice. All right.
Chicago.
Oh,
So you
And
you
everything
guys
else.
gather your gear. Of course, you're professionals. You're prepared to go on a moment's notice, and you do. The techies here in Mission Control open a portal, and as Berquist is leaving the room, he hollers over toward you, and he says, "You three are meeting with an Agent Donner at the Dove Fifth headquarters in the Bronx." I know you guys aren't from New York. I grew up and lived in New York, so at various times. Yeah, the Bronx sucks. Anyway,
Well, the Bronx is well known, but yeah, it's not being the best place.
no, no.
But okay,
When I was a kid, you didn't even stop at red lights, and the cops didn't mind. They understood. Nevertheless, you guys, you are in New York. And of course, you guys are teleported or you're gated directly into the fifth agency, and you guys are greeted by a similar looking headquarters. This looks fresher and newer than yours, though, oddly enough. But there is complete chaos here. People are running around. Techies are doing things. Working on computer dispatch is just the clatter in here is amazing. The chatter, excuse me. And you actually see over in the corner of Mission Control, there's a triage been set up.
hmm,
So
oh, what now?
a triage is injured people being helped by doctors. And
Copy.
decided on who's going to surgery first. You ever watch MASH? Go watch MASH. Anyway, you can
Okay.
learn. TV's educational, Tower. Anyway, uh,
sometimes.
of course,
He
on this
watches
side,
HBO
the gate
Max, please.
operators know you're obviously they know you're coming, and they lead you into the same office that Berquist holds, but it's of course very different. It's much more human. The whole
Modern.
place is much more human, whereas in Boston, it's more archaic and old world feeling. And you guys are introduced to Agent Donner. He says, "Please come in." He's drinking and smoking. And he and whoever drew this picture has never smoked a cigarette in their life because we don't hold our cigarettes between the pointer and middle finger, do we? No, we don't.
Dear, what picture?
The middle finger and the ring.
Am I missing?
I'm showing you a picture.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't
Okay.
know because I don't
I was
smoke
watching on
cigarettes.
Facebook.
Well,
I
the
mean,
thing,
on.
lady, one of the things I'm doing with this campaign is a visual element, right?
Yeah,
Not only
yeah,
am I using the visuals to tell the story, I'm trying to keep a cohesion artistic feel. You really, really should be watching the presentation I'm showing.
He's like, you guys aren't even watching my show. It looks
Hmm.
Well, no,
great,
I
man.
have it on YouTube, so I'm like, I keep on
Oh
going back
yeah,
and
no,
forth.
you can be in the Discord and just view the Discord via just go to
So,
my picture, click on it, and
Yeah,
watch what I'm
I'm
showing,
looking
and
at.
you'll have it in
I'm
real
looking
time.
at.
Because
Hey,
keep in mind,
hey,
let me finish real quick. But keep in mind, guys, that there is a delay between what
Yeah.
we're seeing live in Discord and YouTube. The delay, depending on the day, can be anywhere from 5 to 20 seconds. Seriously. So definitely view for the Discord, please. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Who was speaking first? Tower, I think.
oh no, I was actually just gonna say, looking at the image, where's his left leg standing? Because obviously he doesn't have it on his chair, so
Well,
he's actually without a
the
desk drawer.
the drawer's open and he has his foot on it. Yeah, no,
That's
yeah,
so ghetto.
it is ghetto. And I chose this picture because it expresses the tension of the moment. GOP.
oh, I was just gonna say, so Dove agents are exempt from indoor smoking laws. Okay,
Yeah,
I
no,
got
no.
that.
Of course, they don't give a shit about human laws. Matter of fact, one thing you've seen is there's often a lot of contempt for the human world amongst these people because they don't manage themselves well, as far as many of them concerned. Even though a lot of the people in Dove are human, but there
Yeah.
is some contempt for the humans, the government and rulership, not humans per se. Nevertheless, he says, "Well, welcome to the shit show, Boston. Nice to have you. At least we got some help from you guys. How nice." That was sarcasm, biting
Well,
sarcasm.
boss, we heard you were in the shits. We came here to wipe.
And he says, "Yeah, well, it's pretty bad. This has been going on since 11:37 this morning, and we've lost a lot of people. We're trying to contain it in the public, having it out as gang violence. But that's not going to hold very long unless we can get it under control. We have an incursion all across the city. We don't understand that. Incursions are usually a singular gate, but there seems to be multiple. We don't really know, but it's bad. Everyone is under the water here, and we need you in the field immediately." He kind of flicks his hand over as he finishes that whiskey off. Secretary, who was standing in the side of the room, comes over. He says, "Take them to London immediately." And he smiles over and he's like, "Good luck."
Okay, I give him a little smile and a nod and a half salute kind of thing, and then I start following the secretary.
And she hooks you up with a couple of techies, and they're going to run you over to London. Give me a second. My water's boiling. I'll be back.
Like London, London. We're going back to jolly old England.
I'm
Well,
pretty sure
shit.
it's a person.
They're just gonna beam us
Trying
to
to
London
I'm
for no
trying to get
reason.
my little special gadget to download maps and stuff that will help us. Any kind of information we can get.
The bee's
Like,
knees.
like Google Maps.
Not Google Maps, Jerry. They got
The
special maps here,
bee's
don't they?
knees. GOPs.
Do we even know how to shut gates, guys? We don't know how to shut gates, do we?
I'm sure we probably have, like, our characters probably have some
Been
knowledge.
trained on how to shut gates. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, or at the very least, I mean, there's probably going to be people there with us who know how, even if
If
we
they're not
don't.
dead.
Okay. So sorry about that. The secretary, she introduces herself as Sharon, by the way. And someone please write these things down because thank you. Anyway, Sharon introduced herself. Cute little thing, actually. Far too cute to be stuck in an office, you think. But she's got her little tablet with her, and she's constantly kind of checking and doing things. She takes you over to a techie and one that doesn't seem to be as busy as the others. You're back in the Mission Control Center here in New York, Fifth
Mhm.
Agency, and she says, "I need you to take these Boston agents over to meet with Mr. Smith." And he's like, you squirrely looking little fella. You want me to go out there? I'm not going to go out there. I'll get eaten. She says, we need them to get over Mr. Smith. You do it then. And she,
Can I do a persuasion roll on him just to calm him down?
sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. It's pull that up real quick. So let's see. D12, a D10, a D8, and a D6. Okay. Oh, there it is. Clear this real quick. Why is my? Oh, there we go. It was like froze for a second. D10, D8, and a D6. Oh, the ones. I hate the ones, but everything else is good. Um. Okay, so 14 and then a D12 effect.
Wow. So I get a D12 one right off the back for a roll that wasn't even necessary. Dude, thank you.
Well, it's not a D12 like one. It's like it's not a
No,
hero
I'm looking
dice.
at it right now. It's
Well, yeah, yeah,
it's a
but it's
D12.
yeah, but I mean, like, it's just a hero. It's not a hero dice. It's just a PowerPoint. So,
No, but when I get whatever the one comes up, I get that dice into my doom pool. It's a D12.
oh, you really? That's how it works for
That's
you? I
how
didn't
it
realize.
works. Yes, dude. Yes.
That's. I thought that was just hero dice, but
No,
okay.
no, 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 no. That's how I get it. So thank you. That's a good start. But
Oh
nevertheless,
wow.
Just like our
uh,
hero points, yeah.
you calm him a bit, but he ain't going out. And there's no need for me to make a roll for. Yeah, there's no need. But then Sharon's like, well, fine, I'll take you. She says, come along. So you guys follow her out. She takes her. She goes over to back to the office. Was they're right there? They're not very far apart. She picks up her bag. She puts her tablet in it. She grabs her coat and she says, "Come along." And she takes you out in the street. Now, yeah, you guys may or may not have ever been to New York, but it's a crazy place. And on a normal day, today you can feel it in the air. You can just feel the tension. She gets in a little 1998 Volkswagen Bug, and you guys barely fit. And you're riding down the road, and she goes over and she stops on the side of the road, and there's like this stone. It's like a little stone building. It's very small. You don't know what it is offhand. She says, "Come along." She gets out, and she goes over the entrance of it, opens the door with a lot of effort because it's an iron grate type of door, grating type of door, and you go down into the sewer. And sitting at the bottom of the landing, sure enough, there is a big old dude by the name of London Smith. She says, "Mr. Smith, they're from Boston. They're here to help you." Thank you very much, Sharon. Thank you. That wasn't very. Someone give me a New York gangster voice. Yeah. Thanks, Sharon. Yeah. All right. That was good.
Sharon, I thank you very much for all this help you got here.
We didn't ask
Oh,
for Chicago.
I know I was I'm in Chicago mode, but yeah,
That's
okay.
fine. But she scurries off and leaves you with Mr. Smith here. He says, "My name's London. Everyone calls me that. Nice to have you rookies here. Happy for the help. Do what I tell you, 'cause I don't want you dead on my watch. Is that okay?"
Oh, absolutely. Lead the way, good sir.
All right. Any responses, lady or tower?
I give him a little 2-finger salute.
Tower?
I smoke a cigar
Sweet.
and blow it into his face.
Oh Jesus! Why tower? Why do you play
Why?
characters that are dumb?
He's just so antagonistic.
Why?
Like
Why?
but I mean, he's trying to be like badass. But
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you're the same team, tower.
yeah. Okay.
I just
Okay,
smoked
so
a cigar.
therefore
Tried to offer him.
he doesn't pull out a gun. He pulls out a wand and turns you into a cockroach.
Can you stop on me and put me out of my misery for being British?
Yes, there you go.
Sorry about my friend here. He didn't learn manners growing up.
Yeah, well,
I'm
you know how the
British.
British
It's not
are.
my fault.
Yeah.
He
Is that
said,
the
"I
problem?
know."
He's British.
He said, "Look at my name.
Can we just?
I know a lot about him." Anyway, let's carry along.
Yeah.
But also, sorry, you have to keep in mind, because this is a role-playing game, right? You
Yeah,
have to keep in mind that, you know, allies are way more valuable than enemies.
copy this.
And also, you might be like hardened kind of guy, but you also are ex-military too.
Yeah.
So like,
All right. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just saying that
You-
because in this situation now, there's no friendly feeling between you and him. So all you have to rely on is his professionalism. And you don't even know him,
Mhm.
right?
Hopefully
I
he's
mean,
professional.
I'm just saying that, just think about that more when you're interacting. I know it's a goof for you, but it is role playing game. Nevertheless, you guys go
I
into the
got you.
sewer, and as you guys are walking along, he is speaking quite quietly. He does tell you to keep it down. We don't know what's about, but he's not 100% sure what's going on. But there is an incursion, and there are agents from all over the world that have been porting in to help out. This got very serious. It's been a very long time since there's been any kind of incursion like this. But we are going to try to work ourselves down on this side here. We have other entrances to the underworld that other agents have been, but we haven't heard back from them though, so we don't know what's going on. But we're going to do our best. So stick with me, and help me out, and we'll stay alive. So he did make a little comment, GOP. The underworld.
Mhm.
What is from my recollection? What is
You have no recollection. You're not from New York.
okay. Well, I mean, I was connected to crime, but that was before.
Well, no. This has
Before.
nothing to do with
Yeah,
crime.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is a
Okay.
umbral comment he made. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
I kind of
say,
figured.
ask him.
Yeah. What is this underworld thing?
He said,
Like
"Oh
the
yeah,
film?
you're from no, you're from Boston. Yeah, I know. But now here, New York is way older than the United States is. There's been umbral activities here for thousands of years. It's a PowerPoint, a ley line point. You guys know that. And therefore there's like a underground city that's been here even before New Amsterdam. It was already in existence, and the trouble seems to be happening down in there. That seems it usually is pretty locked down, but something happened. We don't know what happened, but we're going to go down into the literal undercity. So
All right, sounds good to me.
as you guys are walking along, any questions, ask them now.
How many of these? Do we know how many of these are open? Like, I mean, we don't know what
Incursion
the
points,
main ones are.
incursion gates?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Mm.
But he knows because this is just happening, right? It's only a few hours, less than 3 hours been going on. And
Mhm.
he knows that from agents delving in, there's at least five, but he thinks there's more. But like I said, no one has gone down this section. The whole city, people are delving into the undercity. Everybody is. So
And
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say and do we know how to close them? Like, do we know how to close, or like, is it something that we've read in our books, or is it we're just kind of hoping for someone
Yes,
else to?
you've certainly probably studied it, but none of you have the ability to do so. There are plenty of people who do, and he said, and his response to that is, yeah, yeah, I do.
Well, that's good enough
Okay,
for me
so we
then.
gotta make sure you stay alive. I start loading my my grenade launcher that's attached to my rifle.
Okay, okay. You guys keep traveling, and you come to which he calls the pit. And this is a stairwell system that will take us all the way down. So he says, shouldn't be any problem, but keep your eyes open. We got to get down onto that level so we can start moving toward whatever we need to move toward. And you guys start heading down the stair. He's in the lead, as he's been the whole time. You're heading down the stairwells, and then everyone, please give me an awareness roll.
Okay. Let's be my mental.
Are you surprised roll? I just used the word
Yeah.
awareness. I'm not sure what the term is, but it would certainly be
Notice.
mental. Notice that. Notice. Mental, whatever description applies, and notice, and then any special artifacts or anything you have that would add to that. But it's minimally mental, the proper description, and your notice. So just so we have a reminder, Tower, please tell us what description you're using for this awareness roll.
I am using
Tower.
Uh,
yeah,
you should have a perception shortcut.
yeah. I have keen-minded sleuth with notice and no.
Okay, so your description uses keen-minded sleuth. Perfect. GOP?
Okay, so mine is. Let me pull mine back up. So my ability is a D8, and then my distinction is it would be probably be clever Umbral Explorer.
Yeah, there
Since
you
we're
go. Yeah, I'm only interested in descriptions just to remind the viewers of what the of your characters, right? Lady, what description are you using?
Well, I could use two of them.
Okay, choose one.
The
The higher
under
one.
social, both of them are D6, D8s.
All
But
right, so just pick one.
okay, the social technical, like I can
Just
watch a
read it.
room.
Yeah, read it out. Read it out, please. Read it. Just read the description.
Socially, technically, and then beautiful. So it's just like three different
That's a
separate words.
very, very bad description.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Supposed to be like a phrase, but I get you. I get it.
I know.
All right. So I asked for the roll. So here is your challenge dice. Let's see here. I will go with an 11 is my roll with a D12 effect. No, I won't do that. I will go with a 16 and a D6 effect.
Well, I sincerely doubt I can hit that even with all my dice, but okay. Because I got. Here, let me roll my dice.
I think this is all I got. Ah, there's your one.
There should be
Oh
three.
my god! Yeah, it should be 3.
There should be
And he
three,
got a 1
lady.
for me too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm happily adding to my Doom pool. Lady, you should
Oh.
have 3 dice, lady. Mental, description, and your notice skill, which is a minimum D4. Tower, please roll.
I'm working on it. Give me a minute.
There is the D8, which is the description, and then D6 for the
D8.
Lady,
notice.
what is so D6? So you
Notice
have
is D6.
so
Notice is D6.
your description is
Social's
a
D8.
D8 and your mental is a D8, right?
D8.
On my
D8.
description,
Holy
is a
shit.
D8. I get one more
That's
d6.
hard.
Yeah, you
Tower,
probably do.
you got
Tower.
a
Yeah,
D10,
I
2d8,
know.
and
I'm
d6.
Thank you, lady.
3d8. I have 3d8s.
Okay.
Why do you have
I
3d8s?
feel real crappy. So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
2.
2d8s and d6, my bad.
Yeah, so a D10, 2d8s, d6.
Shit.
Why didn't you roll a D10?
Why does he get
Wait,
a
what'd you
D10?
mean?
Does he have a special ability?
Yeah,
Oh.
he
Wait.
does have it.
Fuck.
Yeah, so he's got with
Okay.
his eagle eye
Tower.
it increases.
I see.
Sorry.
Tower, stop what you're doing. Tower, what is your mental, please?
D8.
What is your description?
D8.
What is your notice?
My notice is a.
Is also a D8, and you get an extra D6 because we're in an urban environment.
So there you
Yep.
go. 3 D8s
And
and D6. Please roll.
and if you add your eagle eyed, which I recommend you do, that increases one of your D8s
Yeah,
to a
well,
D.
hold on. Now, Eagle Eye costs a PowerPoint.
No, it lowers. Which one does it lower for a scene? It lowers. I'm pulling it up right
Social,
now.
probably.
Yeah. For my spotting ability. Or no, my gunfighting, my bad.
But
Uh,
Yeah,
anyways,
GOP. If I do Eagle Eye, I have better finding shit, but it decreases my gunplay.
Oh, okay.
true. We might have combat.
Yeah,
So
that's
Yeah.
true.
okay.
So we'll go what we got here. We'll go what we got here. So I get another D8. You guys are just loving me today. Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
it's just this thing loves ones. I'm telling you.
So everyone fails. However, I believe it was GOP. Have you rolled? You did roll.
I did roll.
What did
Yeah.
you pick as an effect die? Well, you couldn't. You didn't have enough.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Lady didn't
Everyone rolled at
have.
least 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the only one here that actually has an effect die is Tower. And it's a D8. So Tower, you're still surprised, but you do hear something. And this is the effect die being higher than my effect die. You do hear something coming on. There's something going on to enough you probably made a comment. However, uh, you guys are Tower hears some rattling as you guys are going down the stairwell, and all of a sudden you have these large hulking shapes come out of the shadows and just descend upon you.
Oh,
Boo.
it's Man Bat.
It is, and it's a wonderful picture of him. But he's not Man Bat here. He is an incursion demon.
Oh no.
Okay.
Ugh.
So there are at least 5 of them dropping down on
Oh.
top of you guys. And they come in individually for the attacks, but I get a surprise round, and then we'll do initiative next, which you guys probably win, I think. But each of you has one of the including London has one on top of you. So there are 4 of you here. So GOP 1, Tower 2, Lady 3, London 4. GOP.
Mhm.
So there are actually 5 of these things, and each of you, including London, have one on them, one on you. But GOP, you have 2.
Yay!
Nice.
Of course I do. I'm
Yay!
always the fodder. That's
Yeah,
great.
it's true.
All right.
So let's see here. How are these guys going to interact with you? They're basically with the dark area we're in. They get to use that plus their demon strength, which you notice is much lower than Nyx's was, and of course they're pretty strong physical. So I'm going to, because I can choose. I could roll my Doom pool, but and I can use my Doom pool to work as PowerPoints, but I just use the dice itself, right? But I kind of saving that for like lieutenants and bosses, right? So for these for normal type of interactions, I'm just going to combat interactions. I'm just going to roll their standard dice. Okay. So in this case, they're 2 to 8 and a 10. So let's go back over here and let's do that. So 2d8 and a d10, and my attack is incoming. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I have a D10 effect, which is nice, and I have rolled a 12. So I have a 12 strength, which means you need a 13 or higher, and my effect is a D10, which is a pretty big attack, and that's the first attack. But we'll do one at a time because you can defend against both. So go ahead and make your roll.
Okay. Let me pull up my.
They actually do have a pack rules. I need to study those.
All right. So I got to write down the separate ones for my defense because it's not the same as my other thing. Okay. So D8, D8, and then I've got a D6 from my fighting, and then a D6 from my move. So
Mhm.
2D8, 2D8, 2D6.
Sweet.
All right, let me roll that.
Nice.
Hey, no
That's
one.
Nice.
not
Nice.
bad, actually.
Not bad. So go ahead.
So what did they get? They got a 12.
I rolled a 12, and you got a
Okay.
13. So you beat
Yeah.
me. And your effect die is a D8, same as mine's a D10, however. In the bit, but you did succeed in defending yourself. I think something's supposed to happen with that, though. But anyway, good enough. You succeeded in defending yourself from the first attack. So let me do it again. I'll just re-roll the same one. Oh, a 1.
Yeah.
This is an 11, no effect dies. So even if you fail, it's going to be no damage to you. It's just going to be maybe a knockback or something like that. You do get a 1. You can either apply it to the scene or you can take it as a PowerPoint. Seeing as you have no PowerPoint, you probably want to do that.
2. Now I've got 3. I only had 2 left.
Yeah, no. So just do the
right.
same roll again. So you can just re-roll it. It has an option for you to do that right here, right?
That's okay. Well, either way. 2D8 and 2D6. Rolling.
Nice. All right. You you successfully parry them off. Nice. That's you. Moving over here to Tower. Tower, there's only one on you. And it's the same thing. These incursion demons are coming in on you guys.
Yes.
And let me re-roll for you. Okay. That was better. So I will go with a 13 and a D8 effect die. These guys are pretty tough. 13 and an effect die of D8.
And he's trying to attack me, right?
Oh yeah, no, these things have fallen, are clambering all over the stair. This is a big stairwell that goes deep down, right? I'll show you the
Okay,
picture again here, real quick. I'll show the picture real again. You guys are in a stairwell, right? See?
yeah.
So it's they're attacking. There's 5 of them attacking in the stairwell here. And 2 of them have jumped on GOP. One's coming at you. One's for Lady and one for London. So go ahead, just make your defense roll, which would probably be physical.
I was gonna apply harden, which is spend a power point, become hard as stone, and step down your opponent's effect die when they're trying to harm you.
Okay, you can do that.
So I'm gonna do that real quick.
Okay. So the effect die here is now a D6.
All right.
13 though. 13 to beep, and my effect, now I have a D6 effect die. That's
And
nice.
now I'm rolling
Nice
to
ability.
defend that, right?
Yes, please defend. Yes, please
So
defend.
that's gonna be my physical, okay, so that's gonna be 10, 10, and
Whichever skill
Well, you're gonna
applies.
well, I have
your
CQB warrior, and I'm using my physical, so that's 2 10s.
Mm-hmm.
and
And
then
I'm
you've
trying
got
to
a
think of
D8 fight.
D8 and fight.
yeah,
Yep.
yep. So 2 D10s and a D8.
Mm-hmm.
And then You can also, I think, add a d6 because of your density control too, because it says include this ability die whenever your altered density benefits you. So
Oh,
you can add an extra
add a D6.
d6.
No, that's perfect. He's spent a PowerPoint.
Hell yeah!
Yep.
Here, give me
So
1
add a
second. I'm gonna
D6.
re-pop up the app. So two D6 or 2d10s, D6, D8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, baby, no ones.
Okay.
There's always a one.
Ooh, another
It's
one for
horrible.
me. That's nice. Thank
It's
you.
still not a bad roll though.
No,
Did I do?
you definitely beat me with a higher effect as well. So you're able to parry and defend yourself as this thing is coming in and snapping its jaws and tearing at you. These things aren't particularly clever. Lady, one of them is coming toward you, and it's actually put its wings on the grating of the stairs and is kicking at you.
Okay.
All right. So therefore, I have a 10 with an effect die of 10, D10. So ooh, potentially very dangerous. Lady,
Yeah, I'm right here.
please roll your
And
defense.
here comes my defense.
Nice.
Oh
Hang
my
it!
god, so many ones.
Another day. God, you guys are really giving me love. I mean, my doom pole is deadly already. But
It's
that's not enough. Okay, lady. So
Okay.
you take a D10 stress.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the good thing about that is any stress under a good thing. I don't know if it's a good thing because I get D10 every time I do anything too. But anything under a D10 effect die from now on doesn't do anything to as far as increasing your damage. There has to be a D10 or higher to affect you to make it
Okay.
worse. However, I always get a D10 in all my rolls against you. That's how it works. All right. Anyway, so that's the surprise round. Initiative, please. These critters here don't have anything special for initiative, so their initiative is 18.
I've got a 28.
Better than mine.
Yeah. And if it
I
were
have eight.
if it were
Yeah, I
completely
have a.
hold on a second. If it was completely dark in here, they would get their D8 added, but it's not. So there is light here. So I'm sorry. I have an 18. GOP, what do you got?
28.
Yep, you got it. Tower.
18.
Yep. Lady.
16.
That's right. So just try to, very good. That was much quicker and smoother. 28 for GOP, 18 for Tower, and a 16 for Lady. Very nice. Well, GOP, you are the fast little Chicago bugger.
I
Doubles.
may. Yep, I may look tubby, but a little bit rotund to a degree. But I'm actually pretty quick. Okay, so let's see. My combat 3d8 and 2d6. Okay. So. hmm,
Remember, you
No
have two
ones.
on you.
I know. Well, I mean, I can only shoot one at a time.
It's
So.
true.
Um. Okay, so let's see. I've got a 13 and a d8 effect.
All right, 13 a D8 effect. These guys are just doing standard here, so I'm just going to keep this combat standard. So I have a.
Ooh.
You get a D10 one, and I fail. So you are able to damage him, and you get a one. You can either apply a D6 complication to the scene, or you can take a PowerPoint.
Can I do a d6 complication because they are flying around and it's kind of it looks like from the picture a pretty tight and kind of
Oh,
messy.
he
It
hits
is.
his head on
It
the
is.
pipe.
It is.
Huh?
So you want to use by moving yourself in a certain areas, use the structure to your advantage. These things are big and burly too. So yep, you can definitely do that. So that's
Yeah.
D6
So
complication. Now, here's the thing. You get that for free, but if you spend if you spend an actual PowerPoint on it as well, you can make that universal to the scene. So that
okay. Well,
means
I thought
they
I
get
was
the
spending.
benefit too, right?
Well, yeah, if we're trying to, flail around at each other, but we're using guns, we're just shooting.
I'm just saying
But
that,
yeah.
well, but that's the way the rules work. It usually costs 2, but you get this for free because I rolled a 1, so you get that complication for free, right?
Oh, okay, so I spend
But
one
if you
more
spend
and
another PowerPoint, you can make it universal. So these guys get that D6 complication added to their rolls too. You see what I mean? It gives them the benefit as well
yeah.
as you having it if you spend that PowerPoint. Would you like to do that or not?
Mm,
You
well,
don't
I
have
meant
to.
it's like because I was thinking it's like a benefit for like melee attack, like against like for us defending against melee attacks, kind of thing. Because we're using guns, but um, yeah, no, I mean, I guess that's fine. I don't have to spend it, but you know.
No, you don't. You don't. I'm just trying to explain the rules of the game again. So, alrighty. What was your effect die?
My effect die was a D8.
A D8. Okay. Now these guys are true minion level, right? And in this game, true minions don't have to go through all the trouble of bringing them to a D12 or beyond like you do with normal or lieutenant or higher type of stuff. These are true minions. So far, you haven't really faced that. So far, you've faced lieutenant boss fights the whole time. It's like been a singular attack. Therefore, in this case, all it takes is higher than a D6 effect to send them out of the game or send them running or knock them out. They're a minion, right? You got a D8, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as long as you have a D6 or higher, so some default D4, because if you roll and say you give me a 1 and you got like an 11 on your roll, right? Like I just did. And you have no effect die. Well, that's not true. You always have a D4 effect die. You always do. It's default, right? But that wouldn't be enough to knock a minion out. You have to at least have rolled an actual D6 effect. So keep that in mind. Anyway, one's gone. So describe how you took him out.
Um, I pulled my Magnum out, and he's like screeching at me, and I just put it in his mouth, and he falls.
Yeah, so he's like, "Arr," and he falls down on the ground. Now, something happens here different than the other things you've interacted with so far. It starts squirming on the ground, and the body. This happens super quick, and actually, think the combat's going to continue. But just to describe it, um, it starts writhing. Its body is almost like bubbling, or like a balloon was underneath the skin, and within just a matter of seconds you see a naked middle-aged man with top of his head gone.
Ooh, I know what I want to spend the PowerPoint on, so the turn's not over. Can it all like? Can I hit the one that's a bit like if there's one higher than the other one, and have it like fall on top of the other one so it drags it down
Well, you
like out of
already
my combat
chose
mode?
what you're going to do with it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Never mind. I just think that'd be an interesting thing
But
to do. But I'll
could
wait.
you do that and put a complication on him, which is just a dice? Yeah, sure. Yeah, because all the complications are you can't affect them internally, like saying, "Can I blow his arm off?" You can't do like that, right? But you can put a die on them that causes them difficulty in combat, right? And it just has to make sense. In the game book, it gives a description of a torch. You can take an item as a complication, which in that case it's explaining just you using a PowerPoint to do it, right? And in that case, you can actually spend up to 3 to make it to where everybody can use it. But nevertheless, and the torch can be is a torch even if you have it. But if you spent PowerPoints on it, it can be used in combat, like for blinding or burning or what have you. It's just the dice mechanic. So in that
Oh.
case, it would certainly work. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay, but I can't. Okay, I can't use it for the one because he already dropped. You know what? Can I use my Sex Panther cologne and spray it in the eyes of the other one to blind it? Because I can
Well,
blind it. It's very potent cologne. It's specifically written that way.
yeah. But what is it? What is it?
It's um, it's
I love
actually
this.
my signature asset, pungent cologne Sex Panther D8.
And is there a PowerPoint usage involved?
I don't believe so. I mean, it would like kind of because it's part of a social role technically, but I can use it in this way if I want to like blind someone. Like it's almost mace to the degree of how potent it is.
Okay,
Like
well,
the whole.
all right.
Sand.
Well, now hold on a second. Now your turn is still in existence, and you can now it has its normal in-game effect, but you wanna make it a complication. So you
Yeah.
can do that. Spend a PowerPoint.
Yep. That's what I'm doing. Yeah,
Okay.
that's perfect.
Now it doesn't drop as a D8 though. In PowerPoint complications,
Mhm.
it's a D8, but it D6. But it makes sense, and you can spend experience points, by the way, to up your complication standard dice. So if you put a complication in play, it's always a D6. But if you spend that XP, it comes in as a D8. You can do that. It's under the milestones. You can go read it. But it makes sense because it's not intended for that. So it would be less effective. So it actually works out perfectly. So there's a D6 complication for you only, unless you spend another PowerPoint, when it comes to dealing with this guy on my roll. This is a D6 complication. Okay. Next is me and Tower, but we'll let Tower go first.
Okay. Where are they at? Where can I shoot them?
Well, there's one trying to eat your face.
Well, that one was about to get fucked.
Yes, we know.
All right. So, good old 2d12, d10, d8, d6.
You really metagamed him, JOP.
I built that character to be just
One
brutal
thing.
in a fight. Now he does other stuff too. He's not just combat, but he is our heavy hitter.
Yeah,
I
and that's fine.
designed him.
That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead, dude. Make your roll.
2d12, d10, d8, d6.
Okay. No ones.
That's
So
good.
we're looking at an 18 with
18.
a D12. Wow, Jesus. I will make
Yeah.
my puny little reroll.
You're gonna get a hero dice out of this one.
You might. So let's see here. I have we'll take a D8 effect. So we have a 15. You definitely beat me. What was your roll? An 18? Not enough. So you don't get a
Oh
hero
yeah,
dice.
not enough. All right.
But I rolled pretty high is why. But you do affect him, and you put a D12 on him. So, like I said, you only need a D6 or higher to take a minion out of there, one shot type of things. But you've really murdered this guy. So go ahead and describe it.
Okay, so he flies, right?
They are flyers, yes.
How high up are we?
You guys are in a stairwell that's
In the
going. You're
stairwell.
probably about 150 foot down, and you don't know how much further you have to go.
Is it open in the middle where it could fall straight down?
Yes.
Okay. I shoot him in his wings to the point his right wing falls off, crippling his left wing also, making him fall down without flight down the entire 150 something story drop into the
Okay.
concrete.
As you see it falling through the air, falling down, well, you can't see the bottom here. But as it's in darkness. But as it's falling down, once again, its skin bubbles and balloons, and you see this dead lady. She's probably late 20s, and a naked lady without arms, and there's blood spewing out of the stumps. My
Oh, they're
my
possessing people?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to describe what's going on. Lady, no, it's me. It's my turn. It's my turn. And this happens at the same time. So she does get an attack on you before that happens. So let me go ahead and make that roll real quick. She does swipe at you before she gets blown away.
I think
So,
I'm still. Hey, I think I'm still hard as stone though, so I think I still
oh
have
yeah,
that hindrance.
the whole scene. And
Yep.
so therefore, you're going to make your defense die. Remember to put that hardened dice in there, which is a D6, I think, unless you upped it to a D8. I am looking at a 14 for my attack with a D10 kicker.
Okay, so D6, D10, D10, and what's my
Actually, no,
last one?
that harden reduces my effect die, so it's a D8 effect. Sorry. So it's a
I got
14
you.
with a D8 kicker.
So, Tower, you got two
D10.
D10s.
And what is? I'm looking for the other one.
Your fight skill's a D8.
God, I get tired of this thing.
Tired of what
Yeah,
thing?
okay. 2d10s and a d8.
And then you have a D6 from your density control.
Oh, yeah, that's where we were getting the d6 from. So, 2d10. Shit. 2d10.
GOP, I'm assuming he's going to get it naturally eventually, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've got I don't have the shortcut for our defense. I need to write all those down for both
Wow,
of us.
you rolled really badly.
Oh, I didn't even see what he roll.
Yeah.
Can I use the hero
Ooh.
dice? Can I add a hero dice?
Yeah, I would.
Uh,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can I use multiple hero dice?
You can use as many as you want, but roll them one at a time. That's the wonderful thing about hero dice. Just use one. If it's not enough, use another one.
Okay, well, let's see what I want to use then, because I have them all written down individually.
Well, right now you're looking at a 9, and your D8 is high enough to equal mine, so it would be enough. So
I have one, two.
You
I have
need
two
another,
d12, 3d10s, a d8, and a d6.
and you have to beat a 14. So you need a 15. So you need a 6 or higher.
I'll use a d.
Yeah,
What
go
would you
ahead.
recommend? I could use a d10 or d12.
Well, either that or 2 smaller dice, but well, whatever. You need to get a 6 or more out of a total. So
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to use 2 dice. I'm going to use a d10 and a d6.
well, just use one for
one at a
now,
time.
and then
Use the D10
yeah.
first. Yes.
Okay.
Because if
Well,
you hit it,
yeah.
then you don't need to waste the other one.
Yeah. There's no need. Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta re-roll the d10. Back to the dice.
Okay. Just roll a D10.
I know it's doing it. Motherfuck!
Oh my god!
Thank you. That's a D10 too. You guys
This
are in
game.
trouble, dude. You're in trouble.
Hey,
Holy
we
shit!
can't help it if the thing keeps rolling ones constantly. Like
Yeah.
statistically speaking, this is ridiculous.
So that's one.
Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, fuck it. I have more d10. Let's use another d10.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I think this app is determined to kill us.
Well,
That's okay. I might kill myself before I give it
but
the
I'm
chance.
rolling on the app too, though.
That's true, but you've also rolled
It
one.
knows. It knows
rolled
though.
a
It
number
knows
of
you're the DM.
That's true.
It's
Come
giving
on,
you
dude.
DM.
Roll it. Why are you so slow, dude?
I
Roll it.
am. It's doing it. It's doing it. Fuck.
Oh
What
my god!
There's
Jesus
no
way.
Christ, dude.
So I have another D10. Fuck it.
Oh my god! Just take the hit. The
No.
game is clearly.
No. I'm
Oh my
gonna
god!
roll another D10. Is it actually a
No.
1?
It
Is it
is.
Yeah,
actually a 1?
this is
Yeah,
insane.
that's not good. Roll it again. Roll it again. Roll it again. I'll do it. Matter of fact, I'll do it.
Like
Okay.
that's so
All
ridiculous.
right, there you go.
actually roll?
I rolled it. So okay. All right. So you're
Oh my God.
and I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it's his delay or stuff. So I'll take one of those D10s away and I'll keep one. Okay.
Okay.
You succeed. She just misses you. All the claws do scrape across your chest, and of course you defeated her. And then so that's on you. And let me do GOP. GOP. You remember you have a D6 to add to your roll, right? But I'm just doing my standard roll here. Okay. So I have a 10 with a D8 kicker.
Okay. I've got
And remember to add the D6, right?
Yeah. So I've got 2d8. I've got 2d8, 2d6, and so 2d8, 3d6. Okay, I think there's a 3d8. I think it's 3d8, 3d6. Okay, that's what it is. All right, here we go. What? I hit it, and it was like taking a long time to load. And there's another one. Awesome.
Oh,
Add that to your
Jesus.
goal.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like it's
will.
rigged now.
This
It's
app is just
that's actually
ridiculous.
I don't even know if that's statistically possible
Well,
for
nevertheless,
the character.
Yeah,
you
either way.
have a, let's stick on target here. You have 14, so you are able to protect yourself. And then I have one. Of course, London is already dealt with his. But I will explain that in a second. However, lady, I do have an attack on you.
Yes, sir. Remember, you got a plus D10
No,
Oh,
you do.
because I'm wounded.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. You.
I'm
Oh, I'm
wounded.
sorry.
Oh, yeah. You can add that, I guess.
I
But you
forgot that
still
she
rolled
was wounded. Yeah.
2 ones.
So, lady, you get 2 power points, and I have a 14 with a D4 effect. So it's not going to be much. It's not going to affect you anyway. But you do have to roll. Roll a defense though.
Rolling the fence.
It'd be a 14 with a D4? There's a D4 in that.
No, I have my a
It's
4 and
not
a 10.
damaged, so I don't
Yeah.
get any pluses from him. So that's 2d8 and a d6. No ones. Why did I roll 4 dice for?
I don't know,
I don't know.
but it's not enough. Spend a
Yeah.
power point to add 1 in, and you're good. Or don't. No, because it's I didn't have an effect die high enough to push you up, so just take the hit. So she gets pounded on again and takes more bruising. Goodness
It's
gracious.
not above a d10, so it doesn't affect me.
That's right. Now, in normal situations, if I hadn't rolled those 2 ones, I would have chosen the 8 and put the D10 in. Right now, you'd be sitting on a D12 stress. But
Yeah.
I didn't have that option, and that's where the D4 comes from. GOP, it's default. There's always an effect die, even if you don't have one. It's just a default D4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how that works. Anyway, lady, your turn.
Okay, wait a second. I got to clear that off again. A d10, a d8, d6. Roll. No ones.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
It's very
And it's high enough. The D6 effect is high enough because these are minions. So let me make my roll, my defense roll. And I do not succeed. So, lady, you take this incursion demon out to go ahead and describe it.
And you do
Well,
get a hero dice.
And you
A
do
I
get a
D10.
hero
hit him
dice.
right in the
Or
chest. He
a D6.
drew back and then plummeted down into the darkness, shape shifting into whatever it's going to be.
This one turns in, as it's falling down, it turns into an elderly man.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a hero point, you said? What
You
is it?
did. You get a D6
A
hero dice. A
D6.
D6 hero dice. Yeah. I got to go back and
Yeah.
read that. Anyway, you guys see London doing his thing, and you notice that he kind of he doesn't have any weapons on him, right? You look at him, he got some things in his pocket, but you don't know what. But he does the whole magi thing, and he moves his hands around and creates this sigil, glowing sigil in front of him, and blasts this thing into dust. You don't even see what kind of human it was. But an interesting thing happens as he does this, as you guys are in combat here. He turns into an elderly Middle Eastern man with flowing mage like robes. And then as soon as the magic is done, he's back to his urban self. Strange.
All right. So
Okay.
there's one.
Back to you, GOP. There's only one left. And remember, you got the D6 bonus on it.
Yep. All right. Well, then I will do that. I will do. What's it again? It was 3D8, if I recall. Yeah, 3D8 and 3D6. Okay. There we go. I'm so sick of these ones.
Mhm.
So sick of them. Okay.
The
Well
final
then,
boss is going to murder one of you. I guarantee it.
yeah, absolutely. Probably
It'll be
me,
me.
because I'm
No, it'll
usually
be
the
me.
first one to get hit. All right, so 10 and then D8 effects.
A 10. Okay, let me
Yep.
make my roll. Oh, there's a 1 for you. A D10 1
2.
too. 2. Yeah, there's 2 ones. So I fail. You're able to take this out. You get just take the power points, of course. 2 power
Yeah.
points for you, and describe how you take this minion out.
Um I I hit it in the chest, but it like flies back, bangs into part of the stairwell, and as it's falling down, it's like ding 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 ding. It slowly like gets quieter and quieter until I hear a little thud.
And as it's falling, you see it transform as it's banging off stuff. It's a little girl, maybe 8.
Of course, that's just my luck.
Yeah, yeah. So London, you guys finished your combat here, and London says, "Good job. Everybody's okay, lady." Not lady. Mavis. What's your character's name?
Yeah,
Mavis, right? Mavis.
Mavis. Yeah,
Mavis,
my
you look
Max.
like you got damaged a little bit. He comes over and he puts
Yeah.
his hand on you. Once again, magic flows through him. He turns into an elderly Middle Eastern man with flowing arcane robes, and he moves your stress down to a D4. He moves it by 2. You were sitting on a D8, right?
No, D10.
A D10. I'm sorry. So he moves your stress down to a D6.
Okay.
And I think if we don't have any the next scene, it'll drop down by 1 as well.
Yes, but don't make assumptions.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know, or letting her know.
Yes, that is how it works, though. But I'm not that nice. But
Sure.
you guys head down to the bottom of the stairs, and along the way, it takes about 10 minutes to continue down. You pass by a bunch of sigils on the wall, and you can feel you've almost entered into a semi-umbral place, or a place that at least is heavily affected by magic when you pass by those sigils, and you guys find yourself on a ground floor, and the sewers, there are sewers here, but it's way different looking. As I'm showing here on the screen, it's much, much larger. It's you could drive a semi truck through this, maybe two, and it's much older as well. But as you guys, that 10-minute continuing climbing down the stairs and find yourself in this place, do you guys have any questions or anything you want to say before we move on?
I don't think so. Let's
Okay,
keep going. I mean,
very
we
good.
all kind of yeah.
Well, as you're sitting there, London says, "All right, we're in the Undercity now, or the outskirts of it. We're going to head in here." And he's looking this direction. The tunnel disc does continue out of sight the other way too, but the other way it's just complete darkness. Where this way you can see there's a little pinpoint of light far away. He says, "So keep your wits about us. We're in it now, and if the incursion demons are in the upper levels, oh my!" And as you guys begin to walk along. Something appears in front of you in the tunnel.
Hmm.
London immediately stops himself, puts his hand out for you guys to stop. You see this weird looking mummy thing. You're not sure exactly what it is. And but it turns and speaks to you and says, "Ah, good day, young agents. I am Desmond the Elder. You have come
Uh,
here to possibly stop our incursion, have you?"
I guess you're not one of our people.
No, I am certainly not. But, I haven't dined on human flesh in, oh, years. It will be fun. He waves his hand, and more of this smoke envelops around him. And he He screeches at you, and it's like this bright light comes off of him, and it's horrific as hell. Matter of fact, everybody give me basically a spell resistance is what's the fact, a fear resistance. So what I want you to do is roll your mental. Any kind of description that offers itself to some kind of resistance or willpower or magic, which you all have. So your occult description. And then also, if you have any skills like, say, occult. So roll those, please. So mental, your occult description, and your occult. Make a roll.
I'll have a 3d8 there.
Let me give you the number first because I did ask for it. So it's my go here. This guy here, this is a little ugly. So sorry.
Yeah, I'm assuming it would be.
He gets to add no dice.
No, he's ugly.
Oh, well, we all get a power.
Everyone gets a PowerPoint. And I rolled really low, so it's only a 10. Although I've got a lot of Doom Pool here, and it's really too much for you. So I'm going to burn one of these D6s, and I'm going to make it a 13. So it's a 13. You guys need a 14 or higher to resist this. If you fail, a complication comes in on my side against you, which is a D6.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I got 3d8. I don't know what else I would have for it, so I'm guessing it's just a 3d8. Probably going to be a 1. There's going to be at least one in there.
Nope.
Oh, no, there isn't.
11. Nice.
But it doesn't beat your thing.
So
But
spend a PowerPoint.
yeah, I'll spend a PowerPoint to add that other 3.
The other dice,
Or,
yeah.
well, I would have to add another dice because it has to still have an effect die, right?
Nope. Nope, it does
Oh, okay.
not. A default effect in this case would work because if this is causing a complication, it's not causing damage. So
Okay.
you are safe from it. Tower, give me a defense roll. Mental, your occult description and your occult. Make them roll.
Okay, so my mental is D8.
Okay.
My magical lineage is a D6, or that's what you're looking for, right?
Yeah, whatever
Mhm.
description has your occult magical under it. Yep. That's low. I see
Yes.
what you did, GOP. D6, and what's your occult? It's a D8, right? So go ahead. 2D8 and a D6. Make your roll.
2D8, D6. Drink a little bit of beer. Good to go. That's a D10. Don't want that. D6. Check them out. Watch them all be ones. All 3.
Nope.
Well, it's not bad
Yep.
actually.
You
That means
succeed.
I'll end up rolling a
You
1.
succeed. Lady, go ahead and
So,
roll.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's it, Tower. You succeed.
Good.
okay.
And Lady succeeds
There's your
too,
1.
although I get a D8. So,
Mhm.
all right. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I'm sitting on 48, 46, no, excuse me, 5D8, 46, a D10, and a D12. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
no, there's so many. I don't know what is with this app and rolling so many ones. It's insane. Like statistically, it's just crazy. But
Mm.
It's like every
oh
3
well.
rolls. Every round, one of us
Yeah,
will
but
roll a 1.
it's pumping PowerPoints into you guys too. So it balances.
True.
Because
True.
remember, these dice, the way I'm using them, they're just PowerPoints for me. They're just in a set dice form, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if I
Well,
choose to
they're
use a
hero dice.
D6, it's like a pile of hero dice. That's right. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, and it's cool. I like it. It just gives. I just have a lot of options now to do what I want.
Mhm.
But nevertheless, everyone succeeds, so you're not affected by this spell he just cast on you. But forming out of the smoke um, that he is enveloped with, you see there's 4 of you. He creates 4 of these leech demons, and they are coming out you for blood. So, initiative. My initiative with the leech demons here is actually a 24. They get their mental and physical, but they also get their celerity. So to add to their initiative. So I have a 24. So GOP goes first, I go second, Tower, and then Lady. Okay.
Mhm.
And I don't know. What do you guys think about the whole, set initiative numbers? Uh, uh,
I
you
like
know,
it.
you like it? It's easier.
Yeah.
Some people wouldn't
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it.
it's simple.
All right. It is simple. So GOP, you're at top of the order, sir. You got these leech demons just formed out of smoke. And keep in mind that demons can vary a little bit from one form to another, especially depending on how they came in. But because of how they're made or how they become, demons tend to fall into, we'll just call them races, groups that look very similar. So you
Mhm.
certainly studied this in your occult studies. A leech demon is a leech demon. They usually look like this. But also keep in mind that these are all demons you interact with are humans that have been possessed, and the look and the effect they have is because of the umbral energy. It's hard for a demon. You have to have a very powerful demon like Desmond here to be able to express magic beyond themselves, umbral energy beyond themselves. Most all demons, the umbral energy effect is on them physically, right? Changing their form, making them stronger, giving them abilities, but it's all physical. To have a sorcerer demon like Desmond here, no joke. That's a old, powerful demon you're looking at right there. So yeah, you guys got problems. Nevertheless, the leech demons are the ones that come in at you right now. GOP.
Hmm. All right, 3d8 and 2d6. That's not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. That's a 12 and a d8 effect.
Okay. A 12 and a D8 effect. Let's go ahead and put those leech demon pools together once again. These are minions, right? So they're under minion rule, but their dice is 2d8, and their life leech ability, which is a d12, which is pretty strong.
Well,
Okay.
that's really strong.
Yeah. Well, Desmond is powerful, dude. Alrighty. I got myself as a 15 with a D8 kicker. What did you have?
I got myself a 12 with a d8.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I am able to defend myself unless you want to spend power points or hero dice or something like that.
I probably should because I don't want this thing's leech thing to hit me. So
Yeah, well,
I'm
no.
You
going
want
to.
to kiss
Let me
my
explain this
lips?
because that's a good point, GOP. So let me bring it back up and show the viewers and you guys. I'm using this. That's one thing I loved about the game from the GM point of view. It's very easy for me to create creatures, right? It's super easy. Because all I need to do is put their mental, physical, and social in place, which most of the time you don't need all of them, but I put them in place. Then I'll give them two abilities that apply to their three dice pool, right? And then maybe or maybe not an SFX. In this case, the heal -1 per. What that means is if you guys put say a D10 stress on, so you get a hit, you put a D10 stress. If then the leech demon is able to damage you, it takes some of the damage it did to you to heal itself by reducing its stress dice by 1. That's how that works. Do you
Hmm.
understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can do bonus damage by cutting her hair.
No, it's not Samson. Okay.
Okay. Um,
But anyway,
I will spend a PowerPoint then. That would make sense. So I would do that to increase it to a let's see, so that'd be a 16.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would be enough. That would be enough. And a D8 kicker. All right, so you hit this lead. These are minions, and they need a D6 or higher. No, that wouldn't work with them, would it? No,
Why
they
would
can't be minions because of their SFX. So they're lieutenants. Ooh, sorry. Well,
You
that's
gave
okay.
oh
us 4?
okay.
Yeah, they can't be minions. So you put a D8 on it. You have to beat them as normal. Yeah, no, this is a little bit more difficult than I thought. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll kill you. All right.
Maybe.
Maybe. My turn. So each of you are getting an attack here. It's the same dice. So let's start with GOP. GOP, I have a, obviously it would go that way, or I could go with a big one.
You could.
Let's try to
So
drop you
yeah.
quick. I'm going to go with an 11 and a D12 leech. And if
All
she
right.
succeeds, her D8 stress. Now remember, there's a D8 stress on her. You get to add that to your
Yeah.
dice pool. But if she succeeds in hitting you, she's going to reduce that stress to a D6. That's how her SFX works.
Okay, so I get to do my D8s and my D6. Of course, there's a 1. There's always a 1.
Yay, at least I won't roll it.
But at the very least, I'm not hit.
Yeah,
So I'll
which is
take
good.
that.
Which is good.
Uh,
All right, so you succeed in parrying and defending her off. Very, very nice. But do keep in mind, you do have this one does have a D8 stress, so keep that in mind. Going
yeah.
over to Tower. Tower, the one coming at you attacks you, and it's okay, lady, because I do have London here, so it'll be all right. Tower, we're looking at something very similar, but yours is worse. A 15 with a D12 kicker. Oh my God, dude.
Dude, that's
These things are
brutal.
deadly, dude. They are
Includes
deadly.
my-
Horrible.
that includes my hinder, right?
Well, no, because this is a different scene, dude.
Yeah.
You can spend a PowerPoint to put it on, though, for sure.
Yeah, we're doing that. Fuck this bitch.
Okay, so minus your PowerPoint, and so this would be a D10 effect if it hits you. But of course, you can defend yourself. It's a 15. You have to get a 16 or higher. These things are vicious, though, dude. Nah, I didn't think about that at the time because they have the heal effect, the life leech heal effect. They can't be minions because minions D6 or higher, right? They're gone. That can't happen. They cannot be minions. These are lieutenant level at least. Hmm. Hmm. See, I got to remember
All
that.
right.
Yeah, I got to remember
So
that
Okay.
because this wasn't intended to be as tough a fight. It's a top. This was supposed to be a quick shock fight, right?
Mhm.
10.
A D8 for your fighting.
Yeah. I'm looking at 10, 10, and 8. Okay.
And also a D6 because of your
Because your
density
density
control.
control. Right. So
10,
go ahead.
10. I can do this.
Yes, I know you can. We're all waiting.
I know. I'm doing it. Ooh, baby. No one.
Nice. All right.
At least
Let's see here. That is a 13. You probably want to spend a PowerPoint to add that 5 in there so you don't get hit.
Mhm.
Or not, or you could take the hit, but it is what was that? With your hardened, so it was a D10 stress. That's pretty serious.
Yeah, just
spend a PowerPoint, right?
yeah.
PowerPoint would solve the situation, and although it's not necessarily information we'd have, just so you know, for party information, London can only heal 3 times a day.
Okay. I'm using that ability. So PowerPoint spent. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, just you spent the PowerPoint. You were able to defend yourself. Lady, your attack.
Yeah. My
That's a bitch.
add a 1d6, sweetie.
Oh no, you're right.
I'm
No,
easy.
you do. You add the D6, lady. You do, not me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is a 10, same as them. A 10 with a D12. These things hit hard, hard. Go ahead and make your roll. Remember to add your D6.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's 2d6s.
complications and things like that dice that are created, lady, are benefits even for the person who is using it. So
Okay,
if
I'm defending, right? So yeah, I'm not shooting. So
I forgot to roll your d6 because you do have
that's
stress
what I
on you.
said D6 to you for.
I made a mistake, but that's all right. It doesn't matter. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm dead anyway. So
Not dead yet.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. No, that's lady.
I don't think so.
Yeah. You would have to spend 2 power points to not take the hit.
It's probably worth it if you got them.
Yeah, because
To
that's going to
not
sit
take
you in a
12.
D12 stress. Yeah. So you got 2 power points.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I got 10. So I got
Okay.
8 now.
Yeah. Spend the 2. All right. So my turn's done. Lady, your turn.
Okay, now I'm attacking. What am I adding to this? Adding
You're
London turns into his Middle Eastern wizard again, and he puts huge damage on one of them. But of course, because they're not minions, it's a 2-strike situation.
Yeah. Okay, so I add a D6 for what reason?
You don't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. So I guess you'd probably do the 9 with the 10 kicker. Go
Yeah.
ahead and make my defense roll. Boy.
Of course I make it.
So you fail to hurt me.
Yeah.
These things are way rougher. That's weird. But that's okay. I'm learning too, and I built in a safety valve for this scene anyway, because dealing with
London's
Mr. Nix was supposed to be a far more difficult battle, but these things are brutal, dude.
well, there are 4 of them. They
There
are
are
lieutenants.
4 of them. That's all right. I have something in place. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry. Anyway, top of the round. Round 2. GOP. Now, GOP,
Fight.
yours does have a D8 effect on it, I do believe.
Wait. Oh yeah, Tower did attack, right? Okay.
Yeah, no, he
I
did.
didn't.
Yeah. Back to the top.
Okay. Cool. Well then I'm going to it's what degree? I forget. What is it? D8 or
It's a
D10 or
D8.
what?
If she's got a D8 of stress on her, so just add that to your normal pool.
Okay. So that would be for me uh D8 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 and a D yeah, 2D6. Okay. So let's see. Oh my god. These freaking ones.
How many points did you just get?
All righty. What
It's
is
like
that?
so beyond statistical at this point. Ah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean I would
Well,
have to use
let me make my roll first before you make the decision. I think I was supposed to do it first anyway. So you do get a 1 from me.
oh yeah.
So that's a PowerPoint, or just take it as, but trust me, take it as a PowerPoint.
Yeah,
And
I will.
I have a 12 in my defense with a D4 effect, so not much. But I do have a 12. So what can you do to deal with that?
Let's see. Well,
You have 14. You got a 14. So,
that's true, but
that
then I
only
wouldn't
leaves
have.
you. Yeah.
I don't have the D8 effect with that.
You
So,
could spend a PowerPoint to re-roll one of those and let me take one of my dice I just gained away.
yeah, you're right. Well, I have to spend 2, right?
I
That's how
think
that
it's
works.
2. Yeah, I think it's 2. Yeah.
Tower only has to spend 1.
Because he
So,
has that ability. Yeah.
all right. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to take one of those D8s away and re-roll it.
What's the
There you
alcohol
go.
Oh, that's
There you
a
go.
lot better.
All right.
Okay.
So her, you're able to hit her, and her stress goes up to a D10. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And bringing down to Tower. Go ahead, Tower.
1 second.
No, 1 second. You just re-roll the dice you had before. Just go right there and re-roll it.
Unless you cleared it.
I don't think I cleared it.
Yeah, that's a handy thing about this. It's right there. Just re-roll what you rolled before. Right? It's right there.
Got the impulse. Nope. Fuck. What did I need 2d10?
It's right here, dude.
Yeah, it's not letting me re-roll. It doesn't show it on my screen.
Okay. 2d10s, a d8, and a d6. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was right. Okay.
And was he successful? Did he hit or no before?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Oh, a
I
one.
know. I know. I know.
Freaking one.
This doom poll is murder. All right, but
Well-
it is better though because that is a 14 with a d8 kicker, so that is nice. Let me go ahead and make my roll, which once again I'm supposed to be doing first. So you definitely you damage her, and your effect die is equal, which in this case is fine. So therefore you put a d8 stress on her, and you put a big chunk of damage into her chest. Then it's my turn. So GOP.
Yeah.
I rolled. You get a 1, but
Oh.
PowerPoint, take it, and I got an 8. So beat me.
All right. So you've got a D10 complication on you.
Yes,
So,
I do.
all right. So the D10, 2D8s, and 2D6. Of course, and there's always a 1. But
But
it's okay because even though the 1 sucks, but that's a 14 and then a D10 effect, so they're at a D12.
yes, which I rolled, so you are able to protect yourself from her.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. No, that's right. So it's yeah.
Tower, defense roll,
Just
please. I got a wow, tower 17, dude. As this thing comes in on you. Oh, nice.
another 1.
Yeah.
Wait, mother.
Spend a PowerPoint and re-roll it. Spend a PowerPoint and re-roll it.
Yeah.
Which dice am I re-rolling by
The
itself?
D8. The D8. Yeah.
Okay.
It's cheaper for you.
That's true.
That's it.
Oh,
There you go. Way
lot
better. So you're able to defend yourself against her. Lady.
Yes.
Oh shit! What did I do that for? We'll go with the first one, of course. Lady, she comes in to attack you, and she has an 11 and a D8 kicker. So make your defense roll. There we go. Lady's on it. Lady's on it. God, you guys, you're gonna die. You are gonna die. I don't even have any more
Well-
D8s left.
Yeah. All right. I can't help what the computer decides to roll.
So
like.
I'll just turn one of these D-ups into a D10. Let's just do that. All right.
Oh yeah, that sounds
I
better.
mean, I still got a few hero dice, but by the end of this, we might not.
Well, lady, maybe because what was the effect on that one? It was
No, she succeeded. I rolled pretty low.
Oh yeah.
I rolled a 9. I want to use the heavy hitter, so she beat it. So you defend yourself. London, well, Mr. Middle Eastern Arcane, turns this thing literally inside out. And it turns back into whatever human has been possessed, which is interesting because he formed them out of smoke. But nevertheless, you can't really tell what it was other than it was human. But London has dealt with his. And then that brings us to Lady.
Finally, yes. Can I use my force construct to push the one that's nearest me back toward the old man? Not London, but
Sure, you could use it in a dynamic way. I wouldn't though. Don't
wouldn't?
just trust me. Just do it. Just do a normal attack. But you could,
Okay.
yes. Oh, no, no. What am I talking about? Yeah, do that.
Do that?
Yeah, sure.
No, you're
One of them,
confusing me.
take one
Yeah.
of them out of the fight. I mean, that'd
I
be
love
Okay,
awesome.
let's see.
you. Other brothers can't do that.
DA.
You'd be proud of me. That's the point of drinking Crown Royale apple
Oh God,
DA.
Oh, okay.
right out of the bottle.
why?
Um,
Why?
Uh,
Alcohol's a
I
waste of
drink.
time. Tower is a waste of time.
I didn't buy it. Just know I
Doesn't
didn't
matter.
buy it.
Alcohol is a waste of time, dude. Lady, come on now. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Let me
there's a
make. Oh, there's another. God damn it, you people. For that, I'm turning one of the D10s into a D12. Fine, take it. Okay.
okay, yeah. It's not like the program is doing this literally every
No,
turn.
no, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. But who knows what I'll roll? I rolled really low. So, lady, I'm assuming we're putting the D8 on her. So you put a D8 complication as you push her back with your power. It
yeah.
actually causes blunt damage that causes blood to spurt out of several places, and you do move her, let's say 10 feet, or they don't do that in this game, but move her back toward the caster, Desmond. You successfully do. Which brings us to the top of the round. However,
It's game
as
time.
as this crazy battle is taking place, and you guys are, I mean, everyone's still intact, but these things are brutally vicious, right? And of course, you have
Mhm.
that spellcaster who's just been smiling to himself as these things tear into you, which he himself is beyond your ability anyway. You hear a voice speak. It echoes through the tunnel. It overpowers the clatter of battle, and it says, "Still up to your old tricks, I see, Desmond." And then
Giggity.
a portal of light appears, and you see a man walk through it. Well, kind of a man. And you hear Desmond say, "Rickus, why are you here?" Rickus doesn't say anything to him. He just raises his hand, and the lich demons turn into vapor and disappear.
He dispelled them.
He did. Rickus continues to speak. He says, "You're usually not so foolish, Desmond. Why would you be involved in this silly endeavor?" Desmond says, "We have our rights. You and your kind and these other Cambians here have done the same to us for centuries. We will no longer sit in the shadows." "Be that as you like, Desmond," Rickus says. And it looks like Desmond and Rickus are about to face off in a battle here. As Desmond starts, conjuring, Rickus just kind of turns his head to the side as if silly fool, and literally just flicks his hand at him, and Desmond disappears. Rickus then turns to you, particularly London, not you at all. He says, "Young Cambions," as he walks past you and walks up to London. And he says, to London, he says, "You are coming along, old man. It is good to see you've grown in power. However, you and your agency, you catechins, have failed again. You were given a simple mission." London tries to interrupt and London, which normally you only see him as the elderly Middle Eastern arcane guy when he's using magic, but he transforms into that form here in this conversation, which I should have got a picture for that. Nevertheless, he says, "We have done our job as we were supposed to do. You have failed," Rickus says. "It is unacceptable." He's not talking to you at all, Tower. And with the tone and power of this guy, you are intimidated. So be quiet. You do not want to mouth off to this fellow. You do not. And Rickus continues lambasting London here. Uh, "You had a simple job to keep this sanctuary secure. And you have failed. Letting an incursion like this, you have sat on your heels. Not like these young catechins here in Boston. Much better operation. But you foolish catechins, and you sitting on your laurels like this. Why have you, a person of your power, been delegated to younglings in the first place? I don't care, as London is about to speak. It does not matter. We need to deal with this situation. Come with me. You guys follow down the tunnel. London turns back into his human form. And he's just kindly, you can see he's brewing, but he doesn't say anything. He's showing utter respect to this guy. You guys just kind of follow behind because you don't really know what the hell's happening. But you come to the end of the tunnel, and it opens into something that doesn't look like sewer at all. And London does say back to you kind of quietly, this is one of the entrances to the Undercity. Keep your eyes up. Rickus walks forward and continues. He says, I've been dealing here for hours, dealing with these stupid little talismans of these cultists. Ugh. And he leads you to a corner. And in the corner, you see a very shocking sight. There is some mummified person that has a child's head oddly glued to it. It's one of the most disturbing sights you've ever seen in your life. And Rickus says, you see, London, what I've been dealing with. I've been breaking these talismans all day. And how did so many come to be in place? How did you allow this to happen? You have failed. London says, we do the best we can. You know the stress between us and the Undercity. Now, this does not matter. It does not matter. You are the authority, and you should deal with it. Nevertheless, we are going to move forward, and I shall deal with your superiors later. For now, we need to get to the situation and solve it. He, once again, London is about to speak, and he just completely dismisses him. Rickus puts his hand up, and a portal opens. And it's somewhere else in the Undercity, you're assuming. And he says, the battle is ensuing. Everyone is approaching. Get into it. Do your part. For the first time, he actually looks at you, young catechins, as he keeps calling you. And he says, do your best. Try not to die. This is what you see in front of you. There is a large temple type complex building here. It's underground, obviously. You see a bunch of actual cultists doing cultist thing. There's a young woman here, somewhere in a naked woman on an altar, and there is a spell being cast on her. And you're looking through a portal. And Ricka says, "Get to it! Come now, quick, quick, quick!"
All right, let's go.
All right. And we do
Yeah.
have. I'm going to go a little bit longer because we're basically done, right? So there's only. Well, there is one big fight though. But do you guys want to push on for another 30 minutes or call it for next time? Because there is one battle here.
I'm good
Let's go. Well, I
yeah,
do
what
need a
about you,
vial.
Tower?
Tower.
Tower?
It's the apple brandy. It's
Yeah. Right.
I need
Tower,
a
do you want
sleep
to
hour.
Well, all right.
do you
Let
want
me
to
just
stay or
push
go?
forward. Let me just push forward because we
Okay.
are at the end of the story here. Because I did make this truncated because I had to finish the last bit of the last mission, so I
Yeah, we don't want
truncated
to
it.
be the same till next week.
Yeah. Let's not do that. We can move forward. This is really not that big a deal. Although my dice pool is good. Oh my god. Anyway, so
Yep.
let's move forward. You guys and London bows his head at Rickus, and Rickus is just looking at him sternly. Rickus is not happy with the situation. It has nothing to do with you though. right? He was talking about New York specifically. However, you guys head into the portal and you step through into absolute chaos because these cultists are doing what they're doing. There are demons everywhere, incursion demons. This room is packed full of enemies. However, you see gates opening elsewhere around the room and different groups heading in. And oddly enough, even though you look back to your side, Rickus is still standing there hoping the portal open. You see Rickus in every other portal
What a talented
opening a
man.
portal. Well, he's powerful.
Person. Yeah.
But this room is just erupts into chaos, absolute chaos. As you know, agents, Dove agents from around the world pile into this very, very large. It's kind of like a cathedral. It's quite big, right? And they pile in. The demons go into effect. You see other powerful, different-looking demons move in to fight. It's chaos, and it's a full-on war within a second. Right? You do notice something very interesting, not far away from you. You're not coming through a portal, but coming in themselves. You see a very interesting thing. You see a lady in blue fire appear, a female form, and then she steps out of her fire, and you see Lady Nim in full combat gear,
Mm,
and
all right.
immediately she is engaged in battle. Several demons. They're coming at you too. We're going to deal with that here in a second. But several demons come at it. She just takes her swords because you haven't seen her full of armed yet. This is the first time you've seen it, but it's definitely Lady Nimma. And she just like gently murders several demons because she doesn't care about these minions. She's heading for one particular guy who rises into the air in front of her, and she yells out at him because she doesn't show a lot of emotion. She yells at him, "Set a gear. This is your last day." And he laughs at her as he rises into the air, and they engage in combat.
Vampire.
However, you have your own problems to deal with. There are incursion demons all over the place. There's spellcasters. This is erupted. The cultists have stopped what they were doing with the summoning a new demon, and they're engaged. So that girl is just tied to the altar. And but what comes at you is not incursion demons. An actual full on demon priestess sees you and decides she's hungry, and she floats over toward you and engages you in combat. Initiative.
All right.
That's a
Uh,
nice picture. I like that.
well,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm really loving the art theme I got going on with this a lot. Yeah, I'm loving it.
28.
Yes, you have a 28. Hers is let's see, does that apply? No, it doesn't. She's a 20. So it's GOP first. Go ahead.
Go DOP.
This is a boss fight,
Oh,
by the way.
This is our boss fest. Lady what?
uh,
Well, it's a
yeah.
lieutenant technically, but for you, it's a boss fight,
Mm-hmm.
which means
All right.
Doompool.
Yeah. Okay.
And I got
So
plenty.
let's.
I got.
You've got
Let me
tons
see. Let me
because
look at this.
that
What I'm going to do with this.
app runs.
So
Yeah.
these three are actual dice usage. These three are actual. These are all dice usage. So I got 6 dice usage, and then all of these. Oh no, 7. 7 dice usage, and I have one basically in effect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 power points. Yeah, yeah, you're in trouble. Okay. So GOP, do something. The Lady of Woe.
Okay.
She looks like she wants to eat you. By the way.
Mm-hmm. Um.
Oh,
All
by the
right.
way,
Well.
let me give this real quick before we go. Her special effect, which with these guys, because I'm not putting skills and tons of abilities, I'm doing these small pages. Her special effect doesn't, no PowerPoints involved from my side, right? Is simply a D8 armor. Now, what that means is you have to do a D8 or higher in damage, or you do nothing to her.
That makes sense. Okay. Uh. I'm gonna first spend a PowerPoint if I can to put up my illusion to make myself a bit harder to hit.
Yep.
Um, so that's gonna be a D6 effect,
Okay.
and then I'm going to
That comes in your defense rolls, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then also I'm going to I'm just gonna roll my rolls. So that is 3d8 and 2d6. Okay. I'm probably not gonna be able to do anything to her because Oh look, more ones. What a shock. 2 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Goodness
This
gracious.
app hates us.
So let me just up this to a D10 then. Just make it simple. Instead of adding dice, this just make it more powerful. Okay.
Um
Yeah. Let's see. That's a 6. I might be able to defend against that. But keep in mind that D8 is not a dice pool roll. That armor I showed you, that's just an effect, right? So, but she's no joke though, dude. She's 2d10 and D12. This is serious, serious, serious thing.
I might want to re-roll that D8, but
Oh well,
yeah.
you get a 1 from me, and I got a 16
Yeah.
for my defense. So she definitely defends against you. But you did get a PowerPoint or a complication, your choice.
Um what should I do as a complication? Because I should do some sort of complication.
Trips over a rope.
Her robe as she's floating right now, right?
Oh, okay.
She is, yeah.
She, her robe gets snagged on something. Like her robe gets snagged, so it's going to like slow her down, I guess, or I don't know. Because that'll probably be the best I can do. She's
Yeah, but that's only going to be like a round, right?
Well, yeah, true, but I mean, there's not really much else unless like I can say that there's so much movement and commotion in front of her that she's just bumping into people. But I don't know.
Use the because this is with only spending a single with the one you got from me complication. It only applies to you anyway, unless you spend more powerpoints, right? What you can simply say is that you're using the confusion of combat to your advantage, and therefore that applies in that way. Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
So that's a D6 on your rolls. Just write that down, or keep it in mind. All right.
and yeah,
And
okay. And I was gonna say I
you
was
don't
gonna
hurt.
re-roll that D8 if I could re-roll
Well,
that
you can
D8.
if you want, but is it going to be enough?
I think it might.
I got a
Well,
17. You're looking at an
yeah,
8.
yeah, that's true. Okay, never mind. You're right because that would be like really hard to do,
It
anyways.
would be hard. Yeah, it would be hard. Although you do have London with you, so that is a big bonus. He's
Yeah,
not say Ninma's level, but he is pretty powerful.
that isn't a
Um,
D8, so I wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, my turn. You didn't do anything to get her attention, so I will just roll. Same as before. 1 for GOP, 2 for Tower, 3 for Lady, and 4 for London. I did it on my hand last time, but I don't know why. I got this right here. I got a 4.
What?
So
Yay!
London, nice. Her focus is on London. All right. So
That's godsend.
she does. So you get to see what she does. She opens her mouth, and a stream of flies, maybe some kind of flying insect, come out of her mouth and blast into London's chest. London is able to defend himself well, but he does take a little damage. He's scuffed. But she doesn't focus. She's not even looking at you. She's indifferent. She's looking at London. Her focus was 100% on London. Next round, however, I'm going to do an AOE. Next is Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
destroy her.
You got this lady here, and she's a very scary thing, dude. You want to deal with her.
Do I
What
Hmm?
tower?
do I have to, or can I like duck and cover?
Wow,
No,
dude. Just roll your attack dice.
She'll-
You are the frickin' fighter in the group. God damn it.
Literally, you're the only one who could probably take her down.
You're the
I
only
mean,
one
well,
that's
besides
here. You in London. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because honestly,
Shit.
your combat ability is very similar to London's, actually. But the difference is London also has other things he can do, which you can't. So technically, he's more powerful than you, but your fighting capabilities are very similar.
Okay, 2d12, 10, 8, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
10, 6, 2d12. 2 of the d12. Dice have slip.
Okay. So let me make my roll first, actually. Oh no, this is attack. Go ahead. Go ahead. Did you roll?
Yeah, for the
Oh yeah, it is very delayed on your side. So we got
Well,
another one in here. So let's just move this up, I guess. Yeah, okay, I got one of those left. But you do get I guess a 14 with a D10, D12 kicker. That's not bad. A 12 with a D12 kicker. Yeah, you might
Wait.
want to spend a PowerPoint to throw this other 3 in there,
yeah.
or to re-roll that one, because
or to
you only have to
re-roll the
spend
one
one
and
to do
take that
that.
away from me. That might be good. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be
Yeah.
better.
I use hero dice too.
No. Do later.
No.
Later, right?
Yeah,
Spend
after.
one PowerPoint, re-roll that D8, please.
Okay, let me spend the PowerPoint on my sheet real quick.
Just roll a D8, dude. Just roll a D8.
I know. I'm working on it. You can't rush excellency. You should
We
know
can
this.
rush other things, though.
Okay, a
That's much
7. Much better. All right. So that right there gives you a 15. Now, in this case, you could spend another point if you want to add that D4 in there.
Yes.
If you wanted to, which would bring it up to a 19.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck her up.
Okay, that's a 19, and then we could put a hero dice on top of it. So let me go ahead and do her general roll. So it's what is that? 2d10 and d12. And I'm going to add one of my dice here because mine don't work. They are hero dice, but they don't work like hero dice. I have to do them now. I can't do them after. And she can see this big attack coming in. So I'm going to take 2 of these big dice. No, I'm going to save that. Yeah, I'm going to save that. I'm going to take these medium dice here, and I'm going to apply them. So I'm going to add 2d10 to that. Okay, so yours
got a
was
one.
what was it, a 19 he was sitting on? So there is a 1 here in effect. I have a 15, and I could add that 6 to make it a 21 with a PowerPoint, which I do immediately. So a 21, you are on 19. Now you can spend a hero dice to outpower me.
I'm gonna use a D12.
You don't really, well, okay.
I'm using a D12.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. Do your thing. I kick some butt.
Shit, not D10. 12. It's rolling.
I see it.
Mother.
A 3. However, that's enough. It's enough to a 22. It's not enough to get the hero dice, which is too bad. If you had a higher roll on this, you would have got that D12 back as a hero dice. That's kind of handy, huh? You don't. But that's okay. You are able to hit her. And we're looking at a D10 kicker here from you, right?
D12.
A D12 kicker from you. Oh my God, dude. So dude, you put some hurting on this thing. Go ahead and describe it, Tower.
Whip out my lucky gun, right?
Mhm.
I fire some shots. I hit her all over the place, real bad. But one of those shots breaks that stupid ass tiara on her head.
Oh, she's not happy
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, she loved that tiara.
Yeah, she loved that. That was given to her by our Lord Roll himself.
I went out of my way to shoot that stupid ass crown.
All right. So you put a D12 on her because it's above her armor, so it's in full effect. There's a D12 stress on her, lady. If you can manage to push through D12 stress on this lady, you take her out. Round 1.
My
Okay.
lady.
My idea was to encase her in a forced construct
Yeah, you could
from
do that. That's
up
not going to take her out,
above
but
her
you could do
eyes
that.
to her ankles. Squeeze, but
You could try that, sure.
So she's gonna roll to resist.
Of course, you
And
have
I
to
roll?
roll to attack. So go ahead.
Oh.
It's going to be mental. It's going to be what your occult distinction, and it's going to be your occult plus your
Ability.
power dice, which is a D6 or D8. You upped that to a D8, didn't you? So it's
The
going to be
D12.
The okay.
plus the D12 from her stress.
Oh, D12. So that's 3D8 plus 12.
No, I do believe there's another dice in there. It's the 3d8 from your abilities, the d12 from her stress, but also the d8 from the power itself, right?
Or D6.
No, I think she upped it to a d8, didn't she?
Oh, she
Yeah,
did. Didn't
my cult's D8.
Yeah, so it should be 4d8 and 1d12. So
Okay.
roll it
Roll
again.
one more D8.
Oh, you can do
Yeah.
that
Or roll
too.
whole,
Sure.
all over.
Yeah, you can do that again. No, go ahead and roll another d8. It's fine.
It's coming.
Okay, a 6. All right. So, oof. So that is could be an 11 plus a 15 plus a 19 if you spent 2 power points with that D12 effect.
Yeah, 2 power points.
Yeah, I would do
Yeah,
that. I would do that, and then maybe a hero dice after the fact. But yeah, because you have a chance to deal with this lady. So that's an 11. That's a 15 and 19. We're sitting on 19. Same thing. Tower was sitting on. Let me go ahead and make my roll then. So I will. She knows she's in trouble, so I'm going to. I'll use these dice. I'll burn right through them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
So yeah. So
move.
that's 3d8 I just burned,
Let's
plus
see.
her standard abilities, which is 2d10 and a d12. Okay, here we go. No
One.
ones. Wow. Okay.
Damn it.
Let me see here. I have, because we're looking at a d12 effect, it'll be spillover, which wouldn't be wouldn't be enough. So that would be a 15. I'll spend a PowerPoint, make it a 23. So I spend a PowerPoint on that. I got a 23. You got a 19. If you got a hero dice, use it.
Yeah. It's only a D6. So
Well, try it. Try it. Yeah. You
You
need a
can
4
do
or better.
Oh.
You need a 4 because I got a 23, right? You need a 4 or better. You need a 5. Sorry. It's not enough. Spend a PowerPoint. Burn a PowerPoint. Re-roll it. Ah.
In another 2
One.
power points and re-roll it.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Come on, 6.
God damn it, lady.
Okay, come on. This is ridiculous.
It
the
is.
amount
Roll
of
again,
points.
lady. Roll again. Just roll again and see if it comes up 1 again. It seems to get stuck in rotation, doesn't it? Roll again, lady, please.
Yeah, but just on one.
Hit the re-roll. Just hit the re-roll, lady, please. Yeah, no, it's not.
Oh well.
I don't have nothing else.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. Don't burn any more on it. You tried, but she is a tough thing, so it makes sense. and she's emotionless. She doesn't speak, and she's able to put the shield. She puts her hand up and she blocks your attack, even though it was really strong attack, and she's able to deal with it. But you guys have burned down my Doom pool quite a bit. GOP, dude, it's up to you, dude. Because when I go, I'm burning everything into killing somebody. I'm guaranteeing it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so a D12 on her effect,
Gotta
2D8,
get.
and I have like 4D6 now, so that might be enough. But I'll probably roll some ones in there.
Whoa.
No ones. Oh,
Wow,
1-1.
no, 1-1. Oh, and
Re-
that was a D12. I'm gonna
Reroll that,
spend
dude.
the.
Yeah, reroll that. Yeah,
I've got to re-roll that. I can't.
yeah.
It literally is pointless if I don't.
Yeah, reroll. Yeah.
Hey, Gary.
Well, it doesn't matter because that's going to be my effect die anyways.
That's right. Yeah.
Um,
So what do we got? We got 9.
9.
Not great, dude. But okay, we got a 9. And you can possibly put some others in here with PowerPoints, and of course, you have any hero dice?
I've got a D12 left, which I should probably use it, but that's the last I got.
All right. She sees you as less threatening, though. So she's just going to do her standard roll right now because I'm going to save those because she's mad at Tower.
All right.
What the fuck is she mad at me?
And London is putting an attack in as well.
I hate this fucking program. I hate it.
Well, then
This program is so stupid.
find something better. Find something better.
I know. It's just there's so many ones, but yep. Okay, nothing. And I got no more.
What were you rolling for anyway?
I was rolling my hero dice.
Why?
I
I haven't rolled yet.
A
What are you
9.
doing?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, well then screw it. I guess I didn't need to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, don't do anything yet, dude. So all right, you get it because I could spend a PowerPoint, but I don't have it to spend. I mean, I have it to spend, but it wouldn't matter. I could re-roll that D12 though, and she would. So I have so much power, so why wouldn't I? So she's going to re-roll that 12.
Doesn't see him as such a threat as she sees.
That's
Tower.
why. Oh, okay. So
damn it.
what do I do now? Yeah, no, I'm going to play it straight. 20. You're attacking, right? She got a 22 and with a 10 kicker.
Okay. 22. And now do I roll my hero
Now
dice?
you could add a spend power points and then hero dice if you'd like. So what are we looking at? You need a 22. Are you even capable of getting it? I don't think so.
9 plus 12. No.
Well,
I mean, I guess
if you spend 4 power points and hero dice, you could do it.
I don't have that. I've got 2 power points.
Yeah, see?
So that's not.
I would just let it go.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do anything.
Yeah,
so let's
you
just
can't
have
get it
this group
past. Well,
attack.
she's supposed to be powerful. On my turn, she's focusing on Tower 100% because he's the one that hurt her. London goes the same time. He puts an attack on her, but he's not able to. He does put. What was her? She's sitting on D12, right?
Yeah, she is.
He does do damage to her, but it's not equal, so it doesn't increase her stress. Oh yeah, did you roll that extra D12 in there for her stress?
For me?
You might.
Yeah, no, I did.
That's what the D12
that
was. Okay. So
Yeah.
Tower, she's mad at you, and she's going to try to eat you up. So I'm using these two Doom dice, which are D12s each. Thank you. And so she's going to come at you with a serious attack.
Well, fuck.
Okay.
That's what you kind of did it to her, so she's going to do it back.
All right, and let's see. So that's a 20, just as it stands with a D12 kicker. I'm going to spend a power point, 2 power points, to put that 7 and 5 in there. So she is looking at a 32. Sorry, 32.
Oh my god!
How do I defend that?
You probably don't.
Oh.
you're going to end up with D12 stress is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But to be fair with you, I have only 3 6-siders left in my Doom pool. Because if you guys were at the table, you'd be able to see my Doom pool, right? So
Yeah.
If I start throwing in all of my power points in my hero dice, do you think I could block it?
if I were you, I mean, you might, but that's a high roll. You might be able to. But in all honesty, you might want to just take the damage and try to pour all of that into getting her out of the fight. She's sitting on a D12 stress, dude. Now, you get the
Yeah.
D12 added to your roll right now, but it's doubtful you're going to get it. But I would just save it to pour into the attack, is what I would do. Because she can't kill you. She can't one-shot you, right? Because you have to be on a D12 and then be stressed beyond it, right? So worst case scenario, you get busted up, but you're not going to die.
Let her bust a nut. It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, just
Just
roll your
regular
defense.
die.
Roll your defense with a D12, please. Just roll it.
GOP, my defense, I think, was 2d10s. And D8.
Physical, description, and then fighting, and then you have density control, which is a D6, I believe.
Yeah.
So whatever those numbers are.
Oh, and that would reduce the effect.
And a
down
D
to a
that
D10.
would you're right, down to a D10. You also roll a D12 as well, please.
So a D12, 2D10, a D8, and a D6.
Thank you. That was a shit roll. All right, so 18. Even if you spent PowerPoints, you could do re-roll. It's a 32 though, dude.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, and she can't get her dice anyway, so it doesn't matter that she's way over your thing. So I would just save it because you're next, right? She waves her hand up, and she just kind of in the air takes both hands up and just kind of as if she's scratching the air, and it scratches you. He erupts in blood spurts. Deep cuts have all across your body just pop up, and blood just spitting out everywhere, and you're in incredible pain as she puts a D12 stress on you. It is your turn, Tower.
D10.
A D10, right? Because you got the harden right. It's a D10 stress on you, dude. Pour everything into getting this lady out, please.
All right. So if I remember right, 2d12, d10, d8, d6.
Roll.
And we'll see.
Add another
three.
D12 because of her injuries.
She's got another D12. Right?
3D12, yeah.
Okay, so roll another 12-sider.
God,
Well, he's
fuck,
got-
I got 2 1s.
Oh, he did roll it. Okay, it is in there. Okay. So yes, that does help me. But that is an 18. Spend a PowerPoint. How many PowerPoints you got?
That's a great question. Less than I had earlier. I have
come on,
4.
dude. Come on. This is very important thing.
4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Well, I would spend 2 to re-roll these, and then I would spend, because of your ability, another 2. I'd spend all of them to put whatever these re-rolls are into the total. That's what I would do.
So roll the D10 and a
the
D8.
Yeah, roll the D10 and D8.
Alrighty. Let's get her done, boys. D10 and a D8.
Uh-huh.
D8.
Okay, they're not super great, but that's okay.
Not ones.
They're not ones. We'll throw them in. So basically, what we're looking at here is 12, 27.
25.
27.
Or, yeah, 20
27. 27.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so a 27 with a D12 kicker. So if I fail to roll better than that, and I don't think I even can. So let's go ahead and do it here. Because I burned all my dice trying to take you guys out. Shit. I do have PowerPoints. I rewrote them that D12.
That's smart. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So
That's a lot
that's an
better.
11. So that's 19. And even if I spend another PowerPoint and put that 3 in, that is 22. What was your attack again?
27.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can't get above it. She will burn that to try though. So it leaves me with 1 PowerPoint, but irrelevant because Tower takes her out. Describe her death.
So I break the rest of that stupid ass tiara off her face. 2 bullets whiz into her neck. She screams. She takes her hands, tries to cover it. The other 2 whiz right through her heart and her lungs. And then 1 last bullet right in between the eyes. You would have thought she was an Indian woman lying dead
Oh,
on.
racism. Great.
That's
So, all right. So you guys were able. That was a much better fight. That was a much more balanced fight. I like that. That was nice for a single combatant, right? But you guys are able to survive the Lady of Woe. But there's still a full-on crazy combat situation going on there. On in here, you see some incursion demons coming at you. Actually, have diverged off since the Lady of Woe let out a scream to come over and try to aid her. Too late. However, the room begins to give off this strange audible vibration. Remember, you're in like a giant underground cathedral, right? But the whole place is shaking and vibrating to the point it's putting a sound out. You guys look over in the direction that the sound seems to be coming from. You see Lady Ninma in full combat, of course, with Baron Sedigeir. She's having trouble against the Baron, which makes sense because he's ridiculous. But she is bloodied up and beaten, but not defeated. But over in the corner of the room, you see a gate appear, different than the ones you're used to. The gates you're used to seeing are energy, like kind of swerve, shimmering energy. You have seen permanent gates before. This is a permanent gate entering the realm.
Damn.
And walking out of it is Lord Rull himself. The place erupts into screams of cheers from the bad guys and lamentations from the good guys. Lord Rull, you've never met him before, of course, but you've read about him. This is one of the princes. This is an actual hell prince. And this guy is extremely deadly and powerful. Those incursion demons are piling on top of you as they come in to attack you. But out of nowhere, as you guys prepare to defend against something you're pretty confident defending against, you dealt with them before. But as they come up on you, Lady Ninma sweeps in front of you and she says, "Sorry about this." And her hand just kind of touches you all in, shoulder length area, height area, and everything starts blurring. You guys puke. Your insides are turning outside. You're nauseous as hell, and everything goes black. You come
Dun dun
to,
dun dun.
you wake up, and you're sitting in a room. Lady Ninma is in front of you, dressed as she was, but she's bandaged up now and not as bloody as she was. You see her sitting in a windowsill, looking outside, and that's not New York. Matter of fact, whether you know it or not, this is the Bastion of Shiloh, which you probably have been here in your training. This is an Asian-themed bastion, so it's an Umbral bastion. You're not on Earth anymore, and Lady Ninma is sitting in there looking mournful out the window. She hears you guys rustling as you wake up, and she says, "Well, it took you long enough."
got a bit of a headache. What exactly happened back there?
We lost.
Well, you guys have gone from the Umbra, and you've even been to the Vale and the Mortal Coil. many times, but you always go through gates. Well, she is an Umbral walker, and she took you herself, and that is an uncomfortable thing for someone who's not used to it. So she teleported you, and you guys passed out. But she says, "Goddamn Rull." She looks over at you and she's like, "He'll probably go to the Middle East. That's what he usually does. He used to rule there for a long time, they say. Things
As well
won't be the
as
same,
everybody else.
but recover your wounds here, and we'll head back to the headquarters in a couple of days. Right now, we need to find out what's going on back on Earth because it can't be good." Any questions?
Did our fourth come with us? The
London is not
alien guy?
here. London is not here.
London didn't make it.
London Smith, the guy who was leading the New York
Yeah.
agency guy. No, he's not here. It's just you three and Lady Ninma.
Probably safe to assume nobody else in that room survived. That was on our side. Unless they teleported out too, but yeah. Um, okay, well, yeah, I I don't know what else to do. I mean, we're kind of on whatever Lady Ninma wants us to do, but
Well, and
yeah,
good thing. I mean, she did save your life. But she's not happy. I mean, she's very displeased, and you can see because she's showing a lot of emotion. She doesn't. She's very controlled individual, but she's very emotional at this particular moment. But anyway, that's the end of today's little offer. We went a lot longer than I thought, but that's okay. But a little interesting though, because we did deal with a quick little mission there, but we also saw Lord Rull come to the mortal realm, and that's not going to be a good thing. There's an actual demon prince walking the earth. Uh-oh. So
yeah, very cool though.
it is cool. Yeah. All right. Let's come back
I
over to this side. That's not what I wanted. Where are you guys? Oh, there you are. Okay. Anyway, very nice. We did finish though. You guys were in several fights. I gave you XP for the first part. Second part, we had the incursion demons. We had Desmond, which was way tougher than I thought. And you had your Lady of Woe fight, which is pretty good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. You guys get 5 experience points for you hit. You give you experience points already. I'm talking about what you did with the incursion. You get 5 experience points for that. And yeah, spend them well. You guys are going to have a couple of days in this Umbral Bastion that you're in before you go back, so you can spend your points to be sure. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoy where we're doing what we're doing here with Umbral and the Cortex system. We're still learning, of course, but I think it's starting to get smoother, so that's good. Other than that, any closing comments, guys, before we get out of here?
well, I mean, this definitely isn't a flavor of the week thing anymore.
Huh?
Oh well, no, it still is.
Okay. Oh,
There's
this
just
is
a
like
complication added to the overall situation, which you guys are way too low tier to be much involved in anyway, right?
good point.
Giggity.
All righty. Well, thank you guys very much. We'll see you next week. Keep in mind that on Thursday we have Drawn a Quarter Ultimate Edition. This week, I'm not sure exactly what's going on, what they plan, but I'm just the host anyway. But come over on that on Friday and check it out. It's always fun to see the art. Other than that, we'll
Thursday
see you back on the
for
Sunday
US.
for Night Owls. What was that, lady?
Thursday for the US.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Not
It's
Friday.
Friday for me. Thursday. Yeah, sorry.
Wait,
Anyway,
wait, wait. It's Friday for you?
yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
day. I'm a day ahead of you guys. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all very much,
Okay,
and we'll see you later. Bye.
Goodbye.
fellas.